569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Orlando.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now there's another one. Last aid year, University of Maryland Global Campus awarded over $21 million in scholarships to qualified students, including community college students, service members, veterans, and working adults. Now is the time to move your career forward with an online and accredited skills-based education. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-690-8974. 800-690-8974.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Score limited time savings on your favorite snacks and drinks at Wawa. Whether you're craving a refreshing drink or a tasty treat, Wawa has you covered. Enjoy exclusive deals in-store or on the Wawa app, making it easier than ever to fuel your day without breaking the bank. Don't miss out on summer savings, perfect for road trips, beach days, or backyard hangs. Savor a summer of savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Shawn Wasson with Sabrina and Seelane.
It is Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from Trump dropping more than just bunker busters to the Harvard man that was too good at his job. And I promise everyone the Tesla robo taxi tests are going absolutely swimmingly. Nothing to see here. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello to you, Christopher Lane.
Hello, Josh.
Hello.
Welcome, sir. A lot to get to today. Hello to you. You could join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Head on over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Share the Show Tuesday?
Oh, you bet your butt I'm ready to share.
That's right. Hit that like button, like and subscribe.
Smash it. Grab that link.
Smash the thumbs up, and if you're just out in traffic, kind of just yell out, hey, listen to the News Junkie. You should do it too. Josh is here again. Hello, sir. Now you look good.
I can't believe it.
Oh, man. Hey, I heard that you had some troubles getting in. You a transportation issue.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with it? What happened to your car?
No, my car is fine. The wife's car's AC is broken, so it's in the shop.
That is not the time for that to happen right now.
$2,000
on a week where there are stories coming out. One of them I didn't even print because it seemed obvious. Where they go, hey,
it's hot AF.
Don't run in from the heat and take a cold shower immediately, or don't jump into a cold pool.
Why not? That sounds delicious.
It sounds like it would be good for you, but your body goes into shock.
Oh.
I wouldn't know about such things because I don't exert my body that much. But I do know that it's a worry that you're not supposed to, just go straight to the pool for. I don't even know what shock does. Just stops
like
you up
this.
for
You die.
Yeah,
Can
you die from shock?
Absolutely.
I think so,
yeah. It does something with your heart, your brain, your lungs.
There's so much to die from these days.
Yeah,
you just
tell
gotta
me
worry
about
about it all the damn time.
Because of woke, yeah.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's going on in this great big wide world of ours, and we go to Washington, D.C., where President Trump is not too happy with what's going on.
What happened this time,
with the ceasefire, and he ends up getting a little profane in front of the reporters here. This is
they violated, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning
as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen.
Oh.
I'm not happy with Israel.
Praise him, buddy.
When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that.
All right, very unhappy.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
The rare F-bomb from Trump, they said on live TV in this story, but it was just during an interview.
Yeah, thank God the giant helicopter and airplane sounds were there.
It was a little bit less intrusive than it usually is. Says President Trump lost his temper swearing live on TV, sort of, over Israel and Iran's violation of the ceasefire in the Middle East. Who'd have thunk it? He told reporters they don't know what the F they're doing. We have to have Israel calm down because they went on a mission this morning, minutes before facing the press. Trump typed out in anger on Truth Social, and just assume, for the most part, that all of these are in all caps so I don't have to scream. Israel, do not drop these bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. And followed up with another post warning, Iran will never rebuild their nuclear facilities. So I guess it would be safe to assume that Israel and Iran have accounts on Truth Social to receive these messages.
Hopefully. Friendster accounts, they call them, right?
Yeah. It says, if you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. He said the ceasefire between Iran and Israel is now in effect after the deal initially faltered. And I think now's when they're going for the peace prize, right?
Oh, are we?
The Nobel, yes.
Is that the case?
Because Obama got one for drones.
For drones?
Yeah, for droning.
How hard? It doesn't seem that hard to get a peace prize.
Oh.
No.
If you can do it whilst dropping bombs.
Just bomb the hell out of the Middle East and you get a prize.
Got it. Well, we talked a little bit yesterday about the various championships that just finished up, NBA, and of course the Stanley Cup. And despite the fact that I'm not as tuned into sports as some of the other people in this building are, I do love stories like this, and it just made me smile reading this last night because the Florida Panthers, they had their big parade yesterday down south.
Oh, Panthers!
And the turnout was pretty huge. Thousands and thousands of people flocked to celebrate the 2025 Stanley Cup champions who held their celebratory parade on the streets of Fort Lauderdale Beach 5 days after the franchise's series-clinching Game 6 victory over the Edmonton Oilers. Now, one of the things that somebody pointed out that they had at this parade, they had bought a bunch of sushi from a restaurant called Takato that was nearby.
Watch your mouth.
Hey. And the reason they picked such a thing, and this is like a new level of petty, like way above Tom Petty. This is like peak petty.
Richard Petty.
Free.
It's better than Richard Petty. How many petties you got?
Petty cash.
They spend
cab.
a lot of petty cash. They found out through some leaks that the Edmonton Oilers had booked this very same sushi restaurant at the end of Game 6, assuming they were going to win. And they did this. They did this before Game 5. And so it came out.
Good sportsmanship, Panthers.
Says the eagle-eyed admins on Bleacher Report's Open Ice account spotted an incredible detail in the Instagram story of Panthers defenseman Nico McCullough's girlfriend Emma. And somebody had sort of contacted the Florida Panthers, somebody at the organization. Instead of ratting out the Oilers in the public, they just contacted someone behind the scenes and said, listen, the Oilers think they've got you finished, so much so that they've rented out a sushi place for after Game 6. And so they wrote it on the whiteboard huge in the Panthers locker room as motivation for them to just continue
sushi boys.
To continue kicking ass, and then they got the very same sushi to celebrate the win. It's just, sports trolling is just fantastic. Every time I read about it, it's a whole lot of fun.
I saw some clip. I don't know, it was from last night or the night before, perhaps just since the championship, that they had to escort some of the players out of a bar because they were so effing hammered.
Oh yeah,
holding them up. Just they are on a 7-day celebration bender, and I'm congratulations.
I think there are some sports where
but everyone's watching you.
Yeah, but I don't think that the hockey players care.
Oh,
I don't think there are some sports where
new teeth, guys.
I think the NBA has tried to tie up some of these things, making people dress up for the press conferences. The NFL has done that a bit. Some of the sports care what the people do off the field, and then there's the hockey players that just
sorry,
fill the Stanley Cup with beer. They break it nonstop. The Stanley Cup is so damaged. They got to have somebody follow it around and make sure nobody's taking dumps in it. There's a lot.
They do that.
Why don't we just keep making a different Stanley Cup for them to keep, and they can do whatever they want, including said dumps.
It seems like that could be a better idea, but I just thought that was hilarious for the Panthers celebrating with their sushi. More people celebrating, I think, and this would be something should Shawn have been here. By the way, I didn't even really mention. I just kind of pretended. Shawn is under the weather, for those who are wondering why I'm hosting. He barely made it through yesterday's show.
Yeah, drafted to Iran, in fact, I heard.
I spoke with him. Yep, there's his empty
He's not
chair.
gonna make it a day.
I spoke with him a little bit today, and there's a chance we might be doing this tomorrow, guys, because he does not sound that great.
Come on.
But he would be excited to hear that Disney is breaking a decades-long tradition inside the Magic Kingdom. They say since opening its doors to the public in 1971, it has prided itself on appealing directly to families and visitors of all ages, meaning they don't have what? Booze. Except that's not totally true.
It's one place, Epcot, right?
No, Epcot has the booze. They're saying just strictly Magic Kingdom. But isn't Magic Kingdom the place that has that secret bar that's just for Disney shareholders, or you have to be a member and you have to pay a whole bunch of money?
It's like $20,000 a year or
just
something.
for one drink at Magic Kingdom.
We had a story in This Week in Florida, I think, a handful of months ago, about a guy that swears he wasn't too drunk. He had a medical condition, something was happening, and he lost his membership to the club that you can drink inside Magic Kingdom. But that's all a moot point now. To further tie into the wholesome goal, the company has long held a fairly conservative outlook when it comes to alcohol in the premises, preferring instead to operate as a dry theme park, at least at the Magic Kingdom. And honestly, they could have just continued that and still printed money as long as they wanted to. But by the end of this year, Walt Disney World will take a massive leap into the unknown with its first ever tavern in Magic Kingdom. Congratulations, parents. You can now get drunk while you take your kids to meet Mickey Mouse.
Let's get effed up,
beginning in late 2025, Disney will open its first on-site bar with the Beak and Barrel, a pirate-themed tavern situated not far from Magic Kingdom's fan-favorite attraction, Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, however you care to say that. Along with offering plenty of nautical-themed food options, they'll have plenty of libations for all adult guests, hinting at a massive new direction for Disney World's flagship theme park. And I can't even remember the last time I've been in Magic Kingdom.
I can, and that was the last time that I've been in Magic Kingdom in the sense of it was.
Wait, you're saying to me that the last time you've been in Magic Kingdom was the last time you've been in Magic Kingdom?
But if you were going to read the transcript, it's like the last.
Oh, like you're
time.
never going back?
Not without child, I suppose, because all I saw was the strollers. I got whiffs of dirty diapers, respectfully, to Magic Kingdom. I know it's a very magical place, but I picked the wrong time and wrong people to go with, and those are people with babies.
When we went to Epcot last...
I love Epcot. Epcot all day.
It's a great time.
But there's still strollers galore there,
Not like
too.
Magic Kingdom, dog. I'm telling you. It was a lot. At least for someone who had just eaten an edible.
Okay, so you're now you're just being awkward.
What do you mean awkward? I'm just trying to dodge poopy diapers at that point. But I understand also why families go.
The edible just cranked up your intense sense of smell?
You bet your butt it did.
Would this be better now that you know that you can go to the Pirates of the Caribbean and
1,000%.
get a couple libations to calm you down from the stroller stress?
Without a doubt. And a little bit of a gas mask. Baby gas mask.
They're not as bad as you think. Except when, I will say, the first one of the morning, like when you just wake up, that's the one that sucks. But
same
around the day, I just get used to it.
All right.
But
then it starts over every morning.
It does start over every morning. And then you die.
That's nice. That's really inspiring.
Parenting.
Right.
Parenting.
We got a lot to get to today. I got papers everywhere. We got stuff going on in the Diddy case. It's going to happen during jury duty. I have some. We learned some things about bears. If you were a bear and you escaped your enclosure, not escaped your enclosure, what would you do? We found out the answer to that. Plus, United Airlines is possibly in an awkward situation. And your dispatches, when we come back, you can record yours at thenewsjunkie.com. Just hit record on your first dispatch today. We would love to hear from you. We're going to play a bunch of them, as many as I see fit. And then we'll roll on a Share the Show Tuesday.
Aye.
All that is coming up next on The News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for emergency crews off to the shoulder, clearing up an accident on the Greenway southbound near John Young Parkway. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-95 southbound after International Speedway Boulevard. It's going to be your typical delays on I-4 this morning through that amusement park area between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice on any batteries from cars to golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. Starring John Fogerty, Bryan Adams, Sammy Hagar, Mariah Carey, Tim McGraw, Jelly Roll, Ed Sheeran, and more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Superstar performances, never before seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Get your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now at AXS.com.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco-Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
To everyone who believes a good meal can always be made even better, come try our new chicken sandwiches at Culver's.
We've taken our classic chicken sandwich and brought it to the next level. I'm talking bigger, juicier chicken with crispier, crunchier breading. And it's all served on a buttery brioche bun and topped with crisp dill pickles, creamy mayo, and fresh lettuce and tomato. Even better, you can make any sandwich your own with a few extra toppings. Throw on some real Wisconsin cheddar cheese, add thick-cut bacon, or both. We'll make it fresh just for you, just the way you like it. Whether you go for crispy, spicy crispy, or grilled chicken, you're sure to enjoy your first bite and every bite after that. So are you ready to try our tasty take on a tried and true classic? We've got a table waiting with your name on it.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. And that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my card. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Get ready for the party of the century. The Cocoa Beach Centennial Celebration is on July 5th and 6th in downtown Cocoa Beach. That's 2 days packed with live entertainment, special events, family-friendly activities, and more, all to celebrate 100 years of Cocoa Beach Life. This free event is open to all, so bring the family. Explore local vendors and be a part of history. For info on the Cocoa Beach Centennial Celebration, visit legendarycocobeach.com.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
From iHeart Podcast. Before social media, before cable news, there was Alan Berg.
He was the first
and the original Shock Jock.
That scratchy, irreverent kind of way of talking to people and telling them that you're an idiot and I'm going to hang up on you.
This is Live Wire, the loud life and shocking murder of Alan Berg.
And he pointed to the Denver phone book and said, well, there are probably 2 million suspects.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Live Wire, and listen now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
If Bill Paxton calls F5 tornadoes the finger of God, they're pulling it. It's the News Junkie with Sabrina and C-Lane.
Qualified to comment on this, although I kind of think I know where most people would go.
Okay.
But Sabrina, you and Josh are kind of in this community where I am
trying
not.
to figure out what that is.
What do you guys have in common that I do not share?
Long hair.
Long hair. I used to be in that community.
Okay.
It's not long hair.
Oh, I'm not going to sit here and call Josh gay because he's not.
This would be a really elaborate setup just to call Josh
him?
gay.
Yeah.
Surprise.
You guys both have
cats.
something. No, you have. You have them with you right now. You always
AirPods.
Always have them with you. No. There's a new medical opinion that has been, and this is the hint. Emphasizing that procedures meet the same safety standards as any elective surgery or procedure by the American Society of Anesthesiologists. What do you think that you guys would have that some people could potentially use anesthesia for?
God.
Tattoos.
Tattoos. 100% correct. And when I saw this, it says the emerging trend of using anesthesia or sedation for lengthy sessions, and you guys both have quite a few hours under your belt collectively?
Yeah. And you have a lot more than I do, but I have one giant piece on my leg.
Right.
And
Takes a long time.
It was a 3-session, 2 to 3 hours each.
And Josh, you've how many would you say you've had? You're growing.
At least probably 20 hours.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
So cool.
Two tours.
This seems to me like stolen valor. Like, I don't think that tattoo people would take you seriously if you got this big piece and they're like, oh, how was it, getting it? They're like, no, I got anesthesia. I was asleep the whole time. But pain management for tattooing typically includes topical anesthetics. That's ice packs.
Yep.
Breathing techniques. Have you guys done breathing techniques?
I did a hyperventilation and said, hey, can we stop? I'm going to have to stretch this out to a third session. Thank you.
But
because it hurts so bad.
Ice packs, creams.
Numbing cream, yeah.
Numbing cream.
That's the thing.
As tattoo sessions have grown longer and more detailed, sometimes lasting 8 hours or more. This sounds like this person knows nothing about tattoos.
All right.
Some people have opted to use anesthesia, like me, to minimize the pain and reduce the number of sessions. And
but some people have died during that, which is also
during
very
tattoos.
Yeah, so they'll. It was, maybe earlier this year that someone did the whole put me out. He got veneers, I believe, as well as tattooed. So it's like everyone's in over
at
his
the
sleeping.
Same place?
In the same session.
You go to Turkey?
And the guy died. He died. No, he got a ticket to heaven.
Veneers and tattoos at the same time. That's a weird combo. To maximize safety and ensure the best care, the ASA, that's the American Society of Anesthesiologists, what a rager they throw every year. Don't miss it, guys. Biggest convention in town.
I heard it's a snooze fest.
To maximize safety and ensure the best care, they stress that it should always be administered by a qualified anesthesia professional. such as an anesthesiologist. Well, it's so weird that the Society of Anesthesiologists would insist on such a thing being proper medicine. In a facility equipped to handle emergencies and monitor patient safety, which I would assume was not the case for what Sabrina was talking about, where the guy was getting his veneers, getting his teeth, his tats,
and then his pink slip to heaven.
Death certificate.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like people with tattoos, do you look down on, does it seem like cheating? Is it stolen
Some
valor?
people will say that. Some people are like, you got to know the pain, man. You got to feel it in your skin, and also the pain that follows it, which I imagine the person who's under anesthesia will still feel.
Yeah, you still get the aftershock pain.
So are they doing like a full, like all the sessions at once while they're out?
I feel like that's a thing because
I think that's what they're trying for.
Because when you wake up, that's going to suck.
Yeah. And it says there's like different levels of how they're doing this, but they mention propofol. The safe use of propofol, which is
Michael Jackson.
Stuff that killed Michael Jackson. In fact,
also today's the anniversary of.
Oh, it is.
Is it
the propofol death?
Yes, that's correct.
Sorry, Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah. So sorry once again. I think I got propofol for an endoscopy once, and literally the doctor was like, "Same stuff that killed Michael Jackson." He just
tells you that when he gives it to you?
Very nonchalantly. Well, no, he didn't give it to me. He was just, when he ordered the endoscopy, and I was like, how does that work? And he was kind of walking me through it. And it sounded at first like he was walking me through it to make it seem easier on me, to make me feel better about it. But then he mentioned the killing Michael Jackson part, and I was like, oh, so, only one or two of those propofols, right? Just not like a lot of them over time or whatever Michael had. But yeah, choosing to undergo anesthesia for a tattoo comes with risks that go beyond the tattoo itself, which the tattoo itself doesn't seem super risky.
Not really.
Should
All right,
be
then get one.
I just don't want one.
Do it. Get it.
It's not about the risk factor.
Get Jackson's face on your lower back.
Yeah, get his face on your lower back.
Papa.
It would just look like my face on my lower back.
So you're doing like the Steve-O thing, which is fun.
Yeah.
Steve-O got his own face?
Right after that,
full back piece.
Butt chug.
Oh, that's right. But yeah, chime in if you think that that's stolen valor. I don't think people would go for
their body, their choice. They can do whatever they want. It seems like a giant waste of money, and you can put that.
It is a
towards
giant
other
waste of money.
Tattoos, but if that's what you want to do, go for it. Why not?
It is a giant, waste of money. Because
if I could do this tattoo I had in one session because I was out the whole time, I think I would have. The first session wasn't bad. First session
and
wasn't
you call
bad.
yourself a tattoo person.
But the second session, I was like about to pass out. And that's why I had to get a third session. So, I mean, to each their own.
Yeah.
Tattoo better look good.
Yeah, after all that time and money.
Real son of a bitch if you woke up from that and you had no idea that it was going so poorly.
I asked for a stick, not a
like
Brian foot stick.
Like when the cartoonist at the theme park is drawing your caricature, and then they finally turn it around and you look at it and you go, "Ooh, that
so my nose is that bad.
Made me look fat. Thank you very much." But
you're welcome.
I witnessed straight
Enjoy
up.
your day. That'll be $60. Huh?
It was so cringe. I straight up witnessed as a kid some family see their caricature and not like it and refuse to pay for it. And I was like, oh, trying to hit the old dusty
I'd like to speak to your manager, caricaturist. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's see here. We'll do one more Trump story because I didn't print a whole lot of them.
Sounds good. Do the whole show, Trump, please. Thank you.
No, not going to be a thing today. But there's a thing that's still going on that I don't get. But CBS is once again blasting President Donald Trump's lawsuit against the network for the 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris. And why do you care, man?
Yeah. Do you realize we're in the middle of a war?
Yeah, but he filed a lawsuit a while ago. The war part's not, this is just bad timing. But the lawsuit's for $20 billion. The president has alleged that the Harris
I wonder
interview,
what they'll settle for.
The Harris interview caused him mental anguish after being deceptively edited to make her look good.
Same.
He also claims false advertising, same for you?
Yeah.
And tampering withheld viewers' attention from him and his social media platform, Truth Social, resulting in a decrease in value for the Trump Media and Technology Group. That is a lot of stretching, it seems. And even if 60 Minutes was guilty of some of this stuff, $20 billion is just not feasible.
Didn't they already settle for like $14 billion in an apology, and he said no?
Possibly.
Up it up, $6 billion.
Trump's team has argued that the interview and its promotion on Face the Nation are commercial speech. CBS fired back that they provided the court with nothing that would support the conclusion that Face the Nation is 60 Minutes broadcast involving an interview of a presidential candidate about
presidential
issues
candidate
are anything but fully protected editorial speech, and they cite not a single case holding that news broadcasts are commercial speech. It just seems like even if they're guilty of stuff, $20 billion is like, get out of here money. What are you thinking? You guys know what the largest lawsuit in American history is, U.S. history? The most expensive lawsuit settlement
all time.
This is not the most expensive like try, but the most expensive lawsuit settlement in U.S. history.
Did it?
Ooh. And it was finalized in 1998. Josh, you sound like you have an idea.
Was it Big Tobacco?
It was the Tobacco Master Settlement Agreement. Josh, points for you. Now, Trump has sued CBS for $2 billion. How much do you think they settled for? This was an agreement reached between 46 states and major tobacco companies requiring them to pay for health care costs associated with smoking-related illness and to change their marketing practices. And it was all to the tune of how many billions of dollars?
I'm going to go 4.5 bill.
4.5 billion.
That feels low. I'm going to go 200 billion.
200 billion. You are so incredibly close. It was the total value of $206 billion.
Yes.
The largest in U.S. history for a settlement goes.
That is insane.
Don't think that the CBS settlement, if they have one, is going to go anywhere near what we thought that would be or what Trump thinks it's going to be. Well, let's go to your dispatches. You've sent them in to thenewsjunkie.com. You go to the website, you hit record, and we get to hear from you. And we're going to start with 11 Charlie with a dispatch.
Guys, you can always get beer at the Magic Kingdom and alcohol. You just have to go do one of these sit-down restaurants.
Oh, is that true?
They don't let you just get it and walk out, but you got to get it and get a meal, and then you can have it.
All right.
So
I believe you.
It sounds like it's not the craziest thing. If that's true, then why do they keep referring to Magic Kingdom if they have the secret bar, which a lot of people texted in about the secret bar? Club 33 is
not so secret anymore.
What it's called? Well, it was never that much of a secret. It was just more of a if you know, you know kind of thing, which there's a phrase that I've grown to hate. But
too many people use it.
It's a way to gatekeep stuff. It's a way to say I'm better than you because I know, and if you know, but you don't. So
well, now we know though.
Yeah, but
so we're part of it.
If you become a member of Club 33, you get in 4 at Walt Disney World, 1 at Disneyland, 1 at Hong Kong, 1 at Tokyo, 1 at Shanghai. Yeah, that's great. All you got to do is buy tickets to all those places.
Do they take credit cards that I won't pay for later?
Can I Klarna that?
You I don't know if you can Klarna that. But let's see. Let's hear from Seychelles has a dispatch.
Hey, the news junkie.
It's a video
I'm all
dispatch.
the way up.
He's all
the way up at Fonteno Mall. All the way 20, 30 feet up in the air.
They let you use machinery?
That's my idea, and listening to you guys.
Thank you. He's working on parking lot lights. Thank you, Seychelles. Just while you're up there, scream at somebody since it is a Share the Show Tuesday. Like, hey, I'm listening to the News Junkie. It's a good time.
And Androids are the best.
Yeah, tell him you do it.
Apple.
You do it on your Samsung. He didn't say anything about Samsung
My
at the end
beautiful Sabrina
of that dispatch. And one last one while we're here from John the Exterminator with a dispatch.
So, if Trump ended up dropping that F-bomb on live TV, you think the FCC would have the cojones to try and find him?
No way!
It's fleeting.
Not a thing. First of all, he wasn't on live TV. I don't know why I think the news likes to...
Cable can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but even so, like, the news likes to juice this up. Like, were any of those cameras actually live? Possibly, but it was just merely like a quick press stop on the way to Marine One, it looked like.
But if he starts cursing more and more, does this give us some leeway?
Yes.
See, here's the thing, Sabrina. No.
All right.
Because our bosses will tell us, well, no, we have advertisers. We'd like to keep the advertisers.
But Trump got to do it. Why can't we do it?
But the Supreme Court says he's allowed to say bad words if it's in the interest of the country.
Is it?
It could be.
You're G-dang right.
And also all the people that run the FCC, or at least the top people running the FCC, are appointed by the Trump administration. They're not elected.
Work in my favor.
They're not elected to their positions, so they can pretty much do what he wants them to do.
T-word coming up soon, my friends. Very, very soon.
You have to talk to the bosses about that one. I'm not fighting that battle for you. I know.
You guys never did. All good.
Okay.
Guys,
terrific.
please.
Coming up on the show, we talked yesterday about the Tesla robo taxi rollout, where they're testing out some things, and it is just going swimmingly. No notes, nothing to see here. We're gonna see some video from inside one of the robo taxis where these Teslas are still kind of figuring things out, and the backup plan for me seems outrageous, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson, and we're gearing up for another hot day, with temperatures soaring well into the low and even the mid-90s for a few spots. We'll see a high today in Orlando of 93 degrees with about a 20% chance of a stray, very isolated and fast-moving downpour. Otherwise, better chances of rain will arrive as we get closer towards the end of this week and into the weekend. So far, we're looking at around a 60% chance of rain starting Thursday, lasting through the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. The 2025 FIFA Club World Cup is coming to Orlando this summer for a global showdown. Experience world-class soccer as football legends collide at Camping World at Ender & Co Stadium. Don't just watch history, be part of it. Get your tickets now at FIFA.com/tickets. That's FIFA.com/tickets.
Greenway Kia is under new management, and we've got a whole new attitude. With 3 great locations across Metro Orlando and one of the area's largest selections, we truly want to see you in a Kia. Plus, we want your trade. Get up to $10,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Get your fast free appraisal online right now at greenwaykias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, East Colonial, West Colonial, and 1792 North.
All factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced.
Tools Ace Hardware is now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, and now they're offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained technicians in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available at 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Summer is here, and you know what that means. Carbecues. No, not barbecues. Carbecues. Where your seats roast, your steering wheel sizzles, and your sunglasses melt into the dash. Get a WeatherTech sunshade for your windshield and the full vehicle kit to cover all your windows. Custom fit for your specific vehicle, sunshade blocks the scorching sun and harmful UV rays to keep your cabin nice and cool. So say no to fried thighs with the all-American-made WeatherTech sunshade, because it's your car, not a casserole. Order today at WT.com.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Wooing lovers with charm and fart jokes. You're listening to the News Junkie.
Hand-picked by Tesla to try out the robo-taxis. But first, in China, at a hotel in China, they've been ordered to stop a wake-up service. And at first, it sounds like something that could be cute. It's very Instagrammable, but it just seems like a bad idea. And a hotel has been ordered to end the unusual wake-up call service that I think they're charging, or they were charging, a couple $100 for.
To be woken up.
To be woken up in a very unique, very China way. If you want to try and make a guess at something that would...
They launch you off the bed, throw you into wooden clogs.
That would be an interesting way. Sounds a little dangerous, but this involves a very beloved Chinese animal.
Pandas!
The red panda. You could... Up until now, Sabrina, if you were visiting China, and this is going to sound...
wake up to a panda on me?
Yes. This is going to sound fake, so just...
I am sold.
Wait, you said red panda?
Yeah, red panda.
Oh, those are the ones that look kind of like raccoons.
A little bit.
Yeah, but they're cute.
They are cute.
And they say panda in the name.
See, red panda.
You got me there, Counselor.
Bring it up here. They do kind of look like raccoons, but they look sweet. I mean...
I
that
think they're
thing
adorable.
right there.
And what do they do to wake you up? Scratch your face up?
They just put them in your bed, which seems dirty. And like,
imagine you're blacked out drunk the night before. You forgot you ordered this. And it's like, what happened last night?
Remember when we watched
thought you were a lady with boobs.
The dueling documentaries from Hulu and Netflix about Firefest?
Yes.
And one of the things they did to promote was they brought all the models, all the Instagram models, to Pig Beach in the Bahamas because they thought, this is
They're gonna love the pigs.
So go super viral if we just take a picture with all these hot chicks and the pigs at Pig Beach, and all of them were getting chased around by the pigs and bitten. They're just
giant
dirty ass pigs.
Some of them are cute, but did they just go in and take pictures, or did they offer them apples?
It was apples was part of the deal. You get to feed the pandas apples in bed.
I mean, I'm kind of sold.
So
AF.
the hotel's been ordered to end the unusual service that involves red pandas climbing onto guest beds after concerns for safety and animal rights. The hotel, which is called the Lehe Ledu Liangjiang Holiday Hotel.
I love that place.
Sounds made up.
I summer there.
It's a popular family resort in Chongqing and has been called on by the local forestry bureau to stop one of its most popular services. What are they going to do now? Their most popular thing.
They just have one of the housekeepers
dress
wake you up. Good morning.
Many guests are attracted to the hotel.
Do you have my apple?
Solely for its red panda wake-up experience. The service involves bringing one of the hotel's red pandas, they have more than one, to a guest bedroom in the morning, allowing the panda to roam freely around the room and climb onto the bed. Reviews online for the resort show guests checking in just so they can book the experience and get up close to pandas.
How would they end it?
The only place that you could do this. You might be onto something, but you just have to get your hands on some pandas.
I mean, we have some places here in the U.S. where you could wake up and there's a giraffe outside your window.
Yeah, but not in bed with you.
Ma King.
Yeah.
But in the bed, what if you just sign a little waiver, you pay a little extra money, and you wake up with a cutie patootie next to you?
One British couple who run the YouTube channel
Escort Service.
On Tour with Dridgers documented their documented their experience.
On tour with Dridgers.
Oh, come on tour with the Dridgers.
This is me doing that same bit.
Documented their experience with the red pandas at the Holiday Hotel in April. The red panda first climbing a tree in the small court. This is where it gets weird, right? The video shows the panda climbing a tree in the small courtyard between rooms before it roams through the corridor, and the staff member lets it in the room and gives it apple chunks, and it hops onto the bed. So now this panda that has just been... Sabrina thinks this is adorable, and I think that only to a certain point.
I mean, you have a child. Who knows what's on his hands when he's touching your face and greeting you?
Everything.
Exactly.
But this is a wild animal. It's just been tree climbing, and then you're just handing
It's a captive animal.
handing it apple chunks to take in bed with you. That's gross.
Oh, I'm in. Done.
The YouTubers stroke the panda while it eats the apple from the palms of their hands, saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've got a panda on my bed." But despite the popularity of the service, the Forestry Bureau in Chongqing has said, no more pandas. Thanks, but no thanks. And then
we can't have nice things.
Over to Austin, Texas, where everybody's riding the robo taxis, and by everybody, I mean select guests, because the Tesla people have decided, in their infinite wisdom, that the people who are best to try the taxis first and give the initial reviews on them are Tesla superfans, and why not?
What makes you a Tesla superfan?
First,
that you've been paying Tesla money for quite some time?
First of all, owning Tesla products it automatically puts you on their list. Probably owning multiple Tesla products and being current users of the full self-driving, any of the number of things that you can just write a blank check to the Tesla Corporation and give them all of your monies. But it says the level of polish leads something to be desired. For instance, one gaggle of influencers was dropped off directly in the middle of an intersection by the Tesla. And then I have some footage here. This is one of the robo-taxis, and they're driving along here, and everything seems to be going right till we need to make a left turn at this intersection, and it starts to make the left turn, it gets scared, and now we're driving on the wrong side of the road, where you can clearly see the double yellow lines, and look, back on the back on the correct side of the road now. But other video from these Teslas. If you get pulled over,
what happens?
That's a good question.
Can I see your license? And because no one's there.
This would have to be on Tesla, but no person is violating traffic laws by doing this. It's the computer.
Risking people's lives.
It is.
David.
Now, the Tesla robo taxis, they have a guy that's over here on the right, that's sitting there. And they said what this person's doing is supervising, even though they can't take over the vehicle if it does something stupid like, I don't know, fake a left turn and then drive on the wrong side of the road into oncoming traffic. All the guy can do there they show in some of the videos that he's got his thumb kind of poised on the button to open the door. Because if you
can just tuck and roll out of the situation,
almost if you hit that button, it disables the automatic driving.
I'm out.
And so all the plan is just hit the button and stop it. Which if you're in the middle of incoming traffic, but that's all that they're doing. That's all they have for them.
This seems like a good idea. I don't know how you guys feel.
I feel good.
Like all robo taxi riding videos, the Tesla employee in the passenger seat has no control pedals. Which raises the question, what are they even doing there? I figured they'd be hovering their hand over the park button, which acts like an e-brake, but instead they appear to always have their thumb on the open door button of the door, which is sort of weird to see. It turns out full self-driving disengages if you open the door, so that's probably being used as a janky factory standard kill switch for the autonomous driving system that not only has driven into oncoming traffic, but there was another video where there's a button where you could say like, hey, I want to end this early. They have that in Waymo too. They're like, all right, listen, if you find yourself like I did,
I feel unsafe,
where the Waymo is just circling the block because the traffic was terrible, you could say, hey, I want to end this early, at which point the car should pull over like you would ask a cab driver to do, pull over and let you out where it's safe to do. And no, the Tesla just stopped in the middle of the intersection. So, good things are happening.
Well, taxi drivers, you still got a job for now.
You do. You still have gainful employment for now. And I think Waymo is a much bigger threat. I know you guys haven't.
Say it to Waymo's face.
I know you guys haven't tried either of them. You haven't ridden in a Waymo, have you, Josh?
No. I did several years ago in Vegas. They were testing out autonomous Ubers. When I was there, and it was a BMW, but the
Waymos were Jaguars.
That's nice.
Yeah.
The BMW, since it was so new at the time, they had like a software engineer in the passenger seat and then a guy in the driver's seat just in case.
Okay.
Because they couldn't figure out
your makeout sesh.
I know, right? Well, they joined in. But the AI couldn't figure out how to drive around buses that were going really slow along the strip. So the guy was there just to go around buses, and then the car would take back over.
So you would just crank the wheel over and then hands
just
off.
To go around the traffic kryptonite that was any sort of bus being in the way.
Because AI doesn't know how buses work, apparently.
Neither do I. They
just show up.
Complete mystery. They just show up.
And they smell
Especially
like pee.
those big yellow ones.
Sometimes they're on time.
Zoom right past it.
That's probably...
With the stop signs out?
Probably illegal.
Keep going.
That's for everyone else to stop, not me.
Okay.
Pedal to the metal, baby.
We'll let that's bold move, Cotton. We'll let us know how it pays off. We come back. We're good to you. We also have this guy who did a job for Harvard, and he did it way too well. So well that he lost that job.
Oh.
And ended up being a little bit embarrassing for the Ivy League school. Plus, I have some questions about this game that's in the news today because I don't play a lot of games.
I'm a game.
You're a game?
I'm a gamer.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
You're a gamer.
Gamer.
Josh, are you a game or a gamer?
I think of myself as a gamer.
I think of you as a game. Just a silly,
fine,
absolute game.
Trying to play me.
Gamer it is. No, I'm not. We'll find out a little bit about that. Plus, we'll get to your dispatches. You can send them in. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch, and we'll get to you on a lovely Share the Show Tuesday. All that and more is coming up next on The News Junkie.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with Night 2 of the Mount Dora Summer Night Series with Ryan Holmes from the Monsters in the Morning, July 12th. Details at realradio.fm/comedy.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's an accident reported on University Boulevard at Hall Road. Keep an eye out for an earlier accident on John Young Parkway at Park Circle. Emergency cruiser off to the shoulder clearing up an accident on the Greenway southbound near John Young Parkway, exit 10 there. There's no serious accidents really affecting your commute this afternoon. Traffic's piling up in your typical areas on I-4 through that amusement park area. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice on any batteries from cars to golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Prepare yourself, Mount Dora, for a Real Radio takeover this July 3rd and join us for Central Florida's best fireworks and drone display at Freedom on the Waterfront. The Monsters in the Morning, the News Junkie, and the Jim Colbert Show will all be broadcasting live from 3 different locations in the city of Mount Dora. The Monsters will be at Pisces Rising, the News Junkie will be broadcasting live from Whiskey Kitchen, and the Jim Colbert Show will be at the Yardery. That night at Elizabeth Evans Park, join us for this free, family-friendly night featuring David Cook from American Idol, plus Cat Ridgway and the Taurus live on stage. The evening will culminate with Central Florida's biggest and best fireworks display. Freedom on the Waterfront is a free event and is presented by the City of Mount Dora and Real Radio 104.1. Join us Thursday, July 3rd for a Real Radio takeover of Mount Dora. Get details at realradio.fm/freedom.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
I'm Jennifer Garner. You may know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card because it makes everything we do even more rewarding. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles on every purchase means we earn more too. And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/VentureXBusiness.
Since we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see and hear lots of lawyer ads. It seems that most are bragging on what they got their clients. But be careful. If you heard that someone sold their car for $500,000, you would be impressed. But if you later learned that it was a rare $10 million Ferrari, would you say that person got screwed? And that's before you even know if it's true. Who is fact-checking? And how much went to medical bills and lawyers' fees? If you want to get an idea what your case may be really worth, visit forthepeople.com and go to Settlements and Verdicts. You will see what a law firm like ours is capable of. And fact check for yourself. All that glitters is not gold. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. We won big, a lot. At Morgan & Morgan, we represent consumers. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items. And that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my card. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords, but as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the News Junkie.
And said, how about a global pandemic? And then everyone started using plastic again.
True.
Right.
So now we are going back to what, and why aren't you a part of it, Christopher?
I am not a part of it because, well, this one I think you would agree with me, actually.
Turtle.
I think because you and Shawn are afraid of flying.
Not a huge fan.
You would agree that F the stupid turtle and the pilot of a small plane, they've released the report of this crash that unfortunately took the pilot's life in North Carolina.
Oh.
Because of a damn turtle?
The NTSB has said in a preliminary release that the pilot had lifted a wheel after landing to spare a turtle on the runway. Pilot and one passenger were killed when the plane crashed just before noon on June 3rd near Sugar Valley Airport in Mocksville, North Carolina.
Fatality.
About 60 miles north of Charlotte. Is that where you're from, Josh, Charlotte?
No, Greensboro.
Greensboro.
I'm from Miranda.
The report said another passenger was
Sex and the
severely injured, and they said the communications officer pointed out the turtle to the pilot as the plane returned to the airport and prepared to land on the runway, and they lifted the wheel to avoid the turtle. They could have been just fine.
Oh, or could they? This is where we ask the pilots or those that are familiar with aviation. Had they hit the turtle, that could have caused some damage.
Couldn't they have swerved just a little bit? Why did they have to lift the wheel? How big a turtle is this?
Exactly.
Why are there turtles at the airport?
Do they have a small
They need to have
pond?
straws at the airport to get rid of the turtles. That's how I would take care of things.
Turtle defense system.
Absolutely. It doesn't need to be high-tech at all, Josh. It just needs to be practical.
Maybe put wheels under their shell so they can move faster.
Just skate them out of there like a hockey puck.
Whee.
Over to Harvard, a place we all know very well.
Yes.
Many of us in this building graduated from that place, Harvard.
Only the best people.
I was there, actually, you guys. I was there for Model UN in high school.
Oh, yeah?
And I bought a sweater, and I wore it all around outside of Harvard. People thought I went there.
I went to Yale once, walked around the library. Nice time.
Where's your sweater?
Did not get a sweater.
Exactly.
Ran into Jon Stewart, but did not get a sweater.
That's cool.
So they had this guy because
It's going to breeze through that.
they have these researchers. A lot of it feels like if you graduate with high honors at the Ivy League level, some of these people just spend their lives researching and doing work. Like schoolwork wasn't enough in school. We're just going to continue doing the work. But there's this guy, and these guys enjoy it. I'm sure that Richard Cellini, who is renowned for his career in tracing descendants. He traced a lot of them to Georgetown's slavery past. And over 3 years, his team was called upon by the folks at Harvard to find the generations of enslaved people connected to Harvard affiliates. And they thought there were about 70.
Oof.
Yeah. It says, in March 2023, Cellini alleges Harvard officials pressured him, starting to tell him, hey, you shouldn't find too many descendants. Let's not do the job too well. But it went from 70 to about, 900 enslaved people connected to Harvard affiliates. The finance director reportedly told him, every new person you find is a new source of guilt and shame for Harvard.
So stop it.
And despite early praise and partial funding for the year of 2025, Cellini and his team were fired, just let out the door with no formal explanation. I think you have your explanation. You did the job a little too well. The warnings were there for almost 2 years. You were told, hey, why don't you stop finding so many descendants of slaves?
They're doing their damn job.
It's a job that is important to him. It's an important job. I'm not trying to downplay that aspect.
Yeah, what would happen if we start to research y'all's backgrounds, huh?
To just unceremoniously drop the guy because he was way good at his job. This has led to at least one high-profile resignation and fresh accusations that Harvard's reparations efforts may be more rhetorical than real. One descendant who was uncovered discovered her ancestors' painful ties to Harvard's founders voiced deep disillusionment, saying the university has not followed through. But from 70 to 900 is a huge, huge thing. And I, for one, wouldn't be surprised if Harvard said, we're going to stop hiring people to find slave descendants that were connected to the makers of Harvard, the founders of the Harvard University.
Guess what? Someone else is going to do it now that this has become a giant news story.
It's never been easier to do. Like some of these people that have these genealogy jobs, there's websites that are ready to do that for you, that are pretty much working on the backs of, working on the research that you've done.
The backs of what, C-Lane?
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
What is your family? You guys, you probably had some skeletons in that closet.
No, I don't. Cuba. We came from Cuba to here.
Sweden. All right. That doesn't mean
And
anything.
when did they come here from Sweden?
The World War II. Slavery was way over by
We
then.
ran out of smoked fish, so we had to come to America.
Only the one of them came to America. Do either of you play?
So shut up, Josh.
My bad, guys.
Do either of you play? Only the one of them in my family. Plenty of Swedes have come over
Plenty
to
of
America.
Swedens.
That chef?
The chef was absolutely one of them.
Dear.
Either of you guys play this War Thunder game?
No.
You've ever heard of it?
No.
I've got something like that in my nightstand.
Is that's the name of it?
Yeah.
War Thunder is one of those, as you can imagine, war games. It's free, I think, to play.
Like the Gods one that I always saw ads for when I was playing another game. Gods of War.
It might be. Look up War Thunder, because they have, it's a military like war game where you
play it on your phone.
But you can play it. I think it's free. Is Fortnite free to play?
Yes.
Yeah, but if you want to be
how do they make money?
Basic.
Skins, microtransactions. So if you want to be like,
if you want to level
now,
up.
now I think Hank Hill is one of the
That
available
sounds like a waiting
skins.
game. I want macro transactions.
No, but that would be what I would spend money on. Like the last time I played Fortnite, they had a Snoop Dogg package. And I immediately spent the money I needed to get the coins to get the Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, the V-Bucks.
Are those things hard to, if one were a little bit on the dishonest side, are those things hard to pirate?
Oh, that's not my realm.
I don't know, actually.
I mean, because I know some of the GTA stuff, they had like mods that were not official and you could lose your online access, but they were still doable. Like, I think the GTA ones are...
I've been watching some GTA guy that dresses up as a fat cop, and he pulls someone over, and he's like, all right, all you have to do for this DUI test is this, and he flips over the car. And every person he walks up to in this open world is like, how are you doing that right now? So I imagine it's one of those.
Like a role-playing server.
Those
Wasn't Steezy doing that for a while?
Yeah.
Doing not non-play, not NPC, but it was just kind of
it's role-playing.
He was a bus driver, I thought.
He did like a mechanic job, and then he worked in a restaurant last I saw. But people sit there all day doing menial jobs in a fake world.
Hell yes, son.
When you could do a menial job in a real world.
Get money for it.
Like us.
So, War of Thunder, what were you saying?
This player on the War Thunder forum, which is a game that it has been in the news a couple times for this, has posted a page from a restricted AV-8B Harrier manual, meaning like confidential, supposed to be government secret, even though it's been leaked before. This is the 9th incident where classified or export-controlled material has been shared by losers.
Nerds.
Freudian slip there. Shared by users to aim to influence the in-game accuracy. So they're trying to make it to where this game is like the most accurate war game you've ever played. And in doing so, these users keep uploading military secret manuals to the game manufacturer to say, hey, it turns out the AV-8B, TAV-8B Harrier should look a little bit more like this, and the instrument panel should do that. The leaked document was stamped Distribution Statement C, meaning it's not approved for public release and restricted to U.S. government personnel.
Well, U.S. government, get your ass together, please.
The weird part is, a lot of people
Got loser trying to infiltrate.
They were saying that these leaks were old and that they aren't that huge of a deal.
All my leaks are brand new.
But the
thank God.
The game is just like suspending people for a couple months. I was like, shouldn't it be up to the government to take some
They don't
sort
have time
of...
for that. They're doing the whole war thing and everything.
They're not worried about fake wars. They're worried about real ones. And we're worried about you. That's my transition there. We're worried about you, and we're going to hear what you've got to say on your dispatches here. You have sent them to thenewsjunkie.com. It would be rude of me not to play a few of them. So let's start with Sir Weeps has a dispatch for us.
C-Lane, that's actually called a chicken patty wagon.
It was
Not
right
bad.
there.
Not
it was
bad.
right there, and we missed it.
Let's go over to Swilly. Swilly has a dispatch about exotic wake-up calls.
Hey everybody, happy today. So I used to have a similar wake-up call situation to these hotels in China, except it wasn't a cute, fuzzy red panda that was waking me up. It was a 35-pound lizard named Gustav. He was an Argentine tegu, and he was just too big to keep in an enclosure, so I just let him free roam in the bedroom. And of course, he's going to pick the bed, the comfy, cushy bed with the warm human in it to sleep in, so I would occasionally wake up to a very long, cold tongue licking my face. His claws digging into my side.
Who hasn't?
It was something else. I hope you guys have a good day. Love you. Goodbye.
You too, Swiller. Love you too. Buenos dias. Also, let's go one more. Here is, we haven't heard this name in a while. Here's Rick.
Hey, New Junkies. It's Rick, formerly from Frank Gay. It's been a long time. But I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on these driverless cars about drinking and driving. I mean, if you have one, or maybe you have a Tesla that has autopilot or whatever, and you're not in the driver's seat, can you get a DUI? Asking for a friend.
I think right now.
Love y'all. Keep it up. Good job on hosting, Celie.
Thank you. Right now, yes. Right now you can. The argument, though, would be if the Tesla was as good as it says it is at driving itself from place to place, it shouldn't do anything that would cause the cops to pull it over. So that's just the gamble that you would take on using autopilot in such a state of mind.
Right.
Now, not saying that I condone either of those, but I think eventually you should be able to just you can do it in a Waymo. There's nobody in a Waymo. You should be able to get in the back seat as drunk as you want and let the car drive yourself home if it's safe. And
Waymo.
Exactly. That's what I always say.
Thank you.
I have heard you say that before.
Josh has never said it.
No, I've never said
never,
that.
ever.
Never.
Feel free to use.
We got the next episode coming up in a little bit, plus your dispatches, and we got to find out about these bears that escaped the wildlife enclosure and what they did when they caught that sweet taste of freedom. That and more is coming up next on The News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. It's like a live podcast that happens every afternoon on your radio. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash getting cleared up on University Boulevard at Hall Road. Keep an eye out for an earlier accident reported on John Young Parkway near Destination Parkway. It's going to be your typical delays on I-4 through the amusement park area. No serious accidents really affecting your travels on the other major roadways, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Sam's Club. Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including summer must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. Starring John Fogerty, Bryan Adams, Sammy Hagar, Mariah Carey, Tim McGraw, Jelly Roll, Ed Sheeran, and more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Superstar performances, never before seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Get your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now at AXS.com.
Summertime is here, oh, Hoagie Fest, here I come. Hoagie Fest, Hoagie Fest, yeah, Wawa's got the hoagies and I'm gonna get me some. Hoagie Fest, Hoagie Fest.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. We're mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of savings.
Hoagie Fest, here I come.
Gotta have a Wawa.
When it comes to running a business, you need the right tools and supplies. That's where Tools Ace Hardware comes right in. Big or small, Tools Ace Hardware has everything your business needs, from everyday paper goods to powerful steel equipment and everything in between. Need it fast? Tools offers free local delivery straight to your door. And with pricing tailored to your business, you'll save time and money. With 14 convenient locations, you're never far from a Tools Ace Hardware store. Or visit us online at toolsacehardware.com and start saving today. Tools Ace, the business place.
Greenway Kia is under new management. With 3 great locations across Central Florida and one of the area's largest selections, we want to see you in a Kia. Upgrade your summer adventure in a brand new 2025 Kia Sportage EX. Lease it for just $149 per month for 24 months with $39.95 due at signing and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expire 7/15/25.
Be ambitious. Be determined. Be mindful about your money and become whatever you want to be. With the lowest college tuition in Central Florida, you can earn your degree at Valencia College. In fact, about 40% of our students pay nothing to attend. So be on a budget and become a college student. Apply now at valenciacollege.edu. Classes start August 18th.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
When your company earns unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with Capital One, that's serious business. So Stephen at SandCloud got a serious business card, the Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One.
We used our 2% cash back to help build our retail presence.
Savvy, Stephen.
And we get big purchasing power, so our business can spend...
Dull Mike, what's happening, everybody? Don't know what happened with the thing, the countdown just going and going and going, but thanks for the heads up. I'll have to find some sort of button situation that would remedy that. Sorry, I haven't been much for a Dull Mike here. I'm trying to find some more stories, trying to make sure everything is in order. Could be hard to do. Anyway, thank you guys for being here today. I don't know about Shawn coming back tomorrow. He sounded pretty... I mean, he probably had just woke up. That might have been part of it. He sounded like a little rough. So... hopefully I don't just read all of the news and leave none for tomorrow. There better be something. But anyway, I got to run to the printer. You guys be good, all right? You be good.
That the insurance companies can't ignore. With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Summertime is here, oh, Hoagie Fest, here I come. Hoagie Fest, Hoagie Fest, yeah, Wawa's got the hoagies, and I'm gonna get me some. Hoagie Fest, Hoagie Fest.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here, and it's the summer of sandwiches. We're mixing it up with hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under. Savor a summer of savings.
Hoagie Fest, here I come.
Gotta have a Wawa.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Join us as we remember the life, legacy, and iconic music of Mick Rouse. Listen to songs from Bad Company and Mott the Hoople on this exclusive iHeartRadio playlist. Plus, there's a lot happening around the world, and we want you to stay in the know with 24/7 News Radio. Get breaking news, up-to-the-minute coverage, and in-depth analysis on today's biggest news stories from around the country and around the globe.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
We we are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
A place that anyone can bro out, even Sabrina. This is the News Junkie.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Josh, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Sabrina, appreciate you.
I'm contractually obligated.
And thanks to Moses for letting us borrow the kid for another day.
Let you what?
Yeah. He knows about this, right?
He's a nice guy, but he did. The conditions were.
No, I have terms that I have to meet.
Give you a hard time about it.
I just was told, and perhaps this is a attorney-client privilege. Sorry, Moses.
I think the attorney-client privilege is to protect you, not him.
Right, but this is the other way around, because I'm his attorney. He said at first, I don't know, C-Lane is a bit of a bad influence.
It's true.
And my response was, I'll protect him.
Okay.
Moses responds, as long as I have your word that you'll protect him from that monster, then you can have him.
Wow.
And then I sent him a pinky promise.
I had a really good jury duty lined up, like a really good jury duty. And now
a really good one.
I'm just going to nosedive this thing.
Remember those obligations contractually that we have. So.
We were talking about the Tesla robo-taxi and some of the various traffic violations that it has been committing on its first day or first couple days of testing, and a police officer chimed in and said, I don't think we have traffic laws in Florida to cover things like this. There are self-driving statutes that basically say the driver is responsible if they activate the self-driving. Now, that makes sense because when you're doing the self-driving now, you're supposed to be behind the wheel and you're supposed to be ready to take over. Like at any moment.
Even so that at one point, like the first round of Teslas, some people were buying like weights, and that would...
Some people?
Would have...
Exactly.
Yeah, and that would indicate to the car that the hands are on the wheel. Tesla found out about it, so you have to keep your hands on the wheel the entire time. Now, granted...
That's no fun. I
don't think it'll take a long time to master falling asleep with a hand on a wheel.
No, but they look at your eyes, too. Like, it looks at what you're looking at.
Or do you have sunglasses on?
I don't know the answer to that.
Checkmate, liberal car.
But I do know that if you're looking at your phone or if you're looking at the radio for too long or something like that, it will chastise you for. There's a handful of things that, like, because you're still supposed to be in charge of the vehicle and in control of it, it will be like, hey, your eyes are off the road for too long. It's like your mother sitting there backseat driving.
Your mom.
Yeah, it's your mom.
Good one.
It's your mom backseat driving.
I don't know. It's going to take a ChatGPT and some more time, but what is the equivalent of all the money that you're spending on a self-driving car versus hiring a driver? Is there a massive difference?
Well, let's see. I don't know what a driver would charge. I mean, aside from just Ubering all the time, which there's probably people that do that. Private driver for money.
At the ready.
Go where you want me to go.
And pick me up when I'm ready to be picked up. I feel like the difference won't be that much.
You don't think it would be that much?
Didn't you have one of those guys?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, but it was just
it was
for
a
that
loose
one time.
arrangement.
It was, and he picked us up, dropped us off, and never heard from him again.
Oh, was that the guy that took us to the poker tournament that one year?
No, it was the guy that took us to the strip club in Tampa.
Oh no, I wasn't there for that trip. I just didn't go to that. Who was that? Didn't you have like
I have a great guy.
A go-to? You still call that guy?
Lovely man. Yeah, absolutely.
We were on our way to the charity poker tournament, which is coming up, by the way, and realradio.fm/poker.
Please.
And
nice.
He was taking us. We would go and pregame at the bar before the poker tournament, and then we got into this guy's car.
Are you talking about Lulu?
No, not Lulu.
Because he did drop us off.
Oh,
at the poker
one
tournament
time. No,
last
this was the.
He drove us on your birthday one year too.
You'll remember who this guy is. When we got in the car, he was illegally live streaming the big UFC fight that was happening that evening.
Yeah. That was a great guy.
And then his like intro spiel to us was, "I don't care what you drink in here. I don't care what you smoke in here." And I was like, "Okay,
Sounds good." Rolls down the window,
right.
lights up a Marlboro Light.
The
guy was great. He has moved on to other things.
Too bad. That was
love that
was a fun driver. I'm sure he's probably a cabinet member at the very least.
At least
I'd vote for him.
There was a wildlife park in, is it Exeter? It's over across the
Watch your
pond.
mouth.
Exeter?
How do you spell that?
Exeter.
Exeter.
It's over, where the BBC broadcasts.
Oh, in England.
2 bears sparked the evacuation of a wildlife park involving trained firearm staff and police headed straight for a very particular place, and this sounds like right out of a cartoon. Where do you think the bears went on their freedom ride here?
I'm going to go with
the bears.
the honey pot.
Absolutely right. Points for Sabrina.
Nice.
Said they went right to the honey store. Wildwood Devon, a conservation charity near Exeter, said European brown bears Mish and Lucy made their way to the food store after breaking free, then consumed a week's worth of honey.
Big ass bears, dude.
A whole week's worth of honey?
That's right. They're hungry. They're just getting out of hibernation.
The park was evacuated after the alarm was raised.
Look how fluffy they look. Would you not wanna
16
hug that
people.
bear?
I kind of want to hug the bear, but I think it's if I get between the bear and its honey,
just don't poke it.
Bad things would happen.
Hey.
The director of zoological operations at Wildwood trusts that emergency procedures were deployed. The public was never in harm's way, and now they're launching an investigation on how these young bears escaped, as there was no signs of enclosure damage. Well, good for the bears. A week's worth of honey, though, that sounds like it does something to you.
I feel like that's one meal for a bear, week's worth for humans, right?
I think they would. They wouldn't say for humans if it was the bear eating it.
All right.
So a week's worth for a bear?
Yeah. How much honey does a bear eat in a day?
At least 3 hives a day.
Times 7.
Depends. Does it have a tiny red T-shirt on?
Because of Winnie?
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you so much.
Took me a second.
I'll be here
It's
all
been a long. I'm not on Winnie the Pooh level yet. It's just strictly Disney shows. We're Frozen?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I look like
it's
I'm
gonna
really
do
concentrating.
Gonna do this thing again.
I'll be to my right.
Gonna make me sweat on a Share the Show Tuesday.
CNC factory style.
See, I'm going
Why are you
make
flicking
you
off?
sweat.
Why are you flicking
Because
everybody
they can't
off?
see me.
Oh, okay.
Because we're frozen.
Cool. All right, hang on. Let me get back
Pretty
in
cool,
here.
yeah. We're like John
Start
Cena.
the stream back up. Anyway, good on the Bears. They got a week's worth of honey.
The Bears.
And everybody was safe.
Good.
They didn't have to shoot the bears at all?
No, it wasn't like a Harambe type situation.
Thank God.
United Airlines is being sued. They're in a little bit of an embarrassing situation. It says they had to kick somebody off this flight that got delayed, and they think that the person suing them says, "Hey, you kicked me off because I'm Asian. You had the wrong Asian, like you picked the wrong person." It says, "Did United mix up 2 female Asian realtors?" They were leaving Vegas, where they were having this huge realtor convention. There were several on board, and one of them was being a little unruly. They had to deplane, and they didn't let a different Asian person back on. Thus the lawsuit. Plenty of witnesses said, no, everything was cool. This woman was not causing any trouble. You just simply have the wrong Asian. You'd hope stuff like this wouldn't happen. There are different versions of the events as to whether a passenger pushed a flight attendant during a confrontation. Sounds like the accusations would involve the first Asian realtor and not the second one, who was not allowed on board. Also, the second one had 4 friends that vouched for her. All 4 of those guys also not allowed to board the plane. So they're just weren't having a good day over at United Airlines.
Dumbasses.
When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Uh-oh. episode. Fear Factor is coming back, baby. And this time, the host is exactly right. Sorry, Joe Rogan. We also have Bears watching bears and not in the way that you think. Full circle from that last story. Plus, the Cobra Kai villain had to leave a convention over the weekend for going full meta acting. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next, including me getting the stream fixed, and you can see us again on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35.
I'm working on it. Highly annoying to do this to me.
These will be very brief and isolated, with higher chances of rain taking shape as we head towards the end of this week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is
Button, who's got the button?
Someone who could fix anything. They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice.
That was annoying.
To golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge. Show off your new smile.
All right. Next episode's coming up in a minute.
You in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite, life-changing dentistry.
Are you tired of your glasses or contact lenses? Maybe it's time for a change. For a limited time, the Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK exams and $500 off each eye. That's right, clear vision and up to $1,000 in savings, just in time for sunshine, road trips, and poolside selfies. Call now, 800-EYE-EXAM. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. Or visit them online at filatowskieye.com. Take that first step toward clear, confident vision before this offer ends. Call 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
The check is good, the experience is smooth, and the reviews online are wonderful at GiveMeTheVin.com. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Looking for live action and non-stop fun? Experience the excitement of casino-style table games at Orange City and Daytona Beach Poker. Try your hand at Ultimate Texas Hold'em, DJ Wild Stud, and Pie Gal Poker. Plus a variety of other fast-paced favorites. With $5 table minimums all day, every day. There's never been a better time to get in the game. Must be 18 or older to play, 21 to drink. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Ever feel like you're stepping into a deep fryer when you get into your car on a hot summer day?
Whoa! Mother!
Beat the heat with a WeatherTech Sunshade for your windshield. Custom fit for your specific vehicle, Sunshade blocks out the scorching sun and damaging UV rays to keep your interior cool, so your steering wheel and seats don't feel like a skillet. The WeatherTech Sunshade is a breeze to install, keeping your vehicle from feeling like an oven. Order your American-made Sunshade and hundreds of other premium products at WT.com.
Orlando, we're here to let you know that FAS Exteriors is Orlando's #1 window, door, and roofing contractor. You can count on fair pricing, install perfection, and customer satisfaction every time. Trust the leader. Trust FAS Exteriors. Schedule your free consultation now at FASWD.com.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice on any batteries from cars to golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
You've got an app for your music, but what about your favorite morning show, sports team, or live local news and weather?
Things start to change.
Yep, there's an app for all that too. iHeartRadio. Download the #1 app for radio, the free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Taking drugs very seriously, especially right before the show.
Oh, this is live. Okay. That's the part I wasn't ready for. I thought it was just a sped up red wine.
Drugs.
The next episode coming up in just a second on a lovely Share the Show Tuesday. You can chime in with your dispatches. Head on over to thenewsjunkie.com and send one in. Everybody is being really weird about this Bezos wedding.
Oh.
Have you seen the big sign that they made him?
No.
Over in they said that he...
That was a quick flip, right, of an engagement?
They said that he rented out Venice. Like the city,
the whole town.
They're saying that most of Venice has been rented out by Jeff Bezos for this.
People that have planned trips to Venice years ago now have no opportunity to go in.
I don't know that that's possible. Like, I think he planned this out in enough time that he could get a lot of this Venice, but people are just going to hate Bezos because he's got a lot of money and his face is out there. There are a lot of billionaires you never know their names because they just get their money and they keep their mouth shut and they hang out on super yachts and don't piss anybody off. But then there's Jeff Bezos, and
I am Jeff.
They made this giant sign for him. It says, if you can rent Venice for your wedding, you can pay more tax. And if you look at the size of the people next to this sign, it is quite massive. They just want to ruin a good thing for Mr. Bezos. But
I mean, also, how much did that sign cost?
It's something that they had to pay a lot of tax on.
And if they bought it on Amazon, that would be a full circle funny.
That would be just money going straight back into his pocket. Checkmate for the people of Venice. But I'm sure the wedding will go off swimmingly. Well, what I think is going to go off even more swimmingly with a hitch, yes.
Thank you.
Is the next episode. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm so small and tiny. She's so big and tall.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
I pulled that same clip.
Also, I don't know what that random was.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up is right, especially if you're trying to buy your first dream home. Maybe refinance the dream home you already own. Perhaps starting a business or expanding that business. Reverse mortgages, HELOCs, and everything in between. Work with the legend, the man, your friend, especially when it comes to all of those things, because he has your back. He's not treating you like a number. He's treating you like a friend, and that's that mortgage guy, Don. Everything on his website, chock full of information for you, guides on how to get pre-approved, reliable mortgage information, and direct access to the dude himself. So check it out today. Go to thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgagguydon.com.
It was 30 years ago, 1995, during a concert in San Francisco. That's a fun name.
Yes.
Pearl Jam singer Eddie Vedder left the stage abruptly, or after 7 songs, due to a bout of the stomach flu, a.k.a. he had diarrhea. But guess who saved the day?
Who did?
Neil
Diamond?
Yeah. Yes, it was. And because Neil Diamond was there, someone had to cover his set. And here's Eddie Vedder helping Neil Diamond out so he could diarrhea.
Yeah. I feel like on stage, it would be easy to get past the diarrhea thing. Just run off. There's a bathroom
it was a runoff.
It was right there.
Well,
get it
obviously
done.
something happened, but thank God Neil Diamond was there. Who else?
Why was Neil Diamond there?
I don't
Big
know,
fan of
Sealand.
Pearl
It's a
Jam.
small blurb. I don't have the details. Feel free to Google.
I'd like to hear him sing Yellow Lead Better.
I would love. That would be interesting.
Yellow
Then you can
Lead Better.
Finally figure out what the lyrics to Yellow Lead Better are after all these years.
Let's try to figure out what the hell happened here. We had a Cobra Kai gathering, we'll call it. It was a big fan convention, and 78-year-old
Bunch of users.
Cobra Kai villain Martin Cove was asked to leave said fan convention in Washington because he bit his co-star.
Is this like a con where you go get pictures and autographs from all the people?
And instead of an autograph, he saw
An apple or a berry. We can bite a carrot or a cherry.
What is this from?
Finding kids around here.
No
Wait, you
biting
know this
kids
song?
around here.
I may have heard it getting queued up several times.
No biting kids, no biting Alicia Hanakim. Those unfamiliar with the show or Karate Kid movies, Martin played John Kreese.
Yes.
I am very unfamiliar
Alicia-
with
the
the show.
antagonist.
She played another villainous sensei named Kim De-eun in season 5 and 6. According to a police report filed by Alicia, Martin randomly grabbed her arm, bit down as she passed by him, allegedly kissed her arm, and then she yelled at him in pain. So much so that it drew blood and has a massive bite mark bruise from the 78-year-old.
Okay.
So they asked him to leave. She says he was furious and outraged and visibly angry when I told him calmly not to bite me. He
Do
insisted
not bite me.
he bit me for fun. But
All caps.
Martin apologized.
Truth Social.
And there he was in front of the police. So
Do not bite.
stop biting people that you work with or just other adults. No biting. Biting bad.
Give me your
Biting is
hand.
bad. Do it. Oh, and no biting.
No, you got me.
That was adorable, guys.
Thank you.
Will Smith, his son, which Daily Mail called Nepo Baby of Will Smith, was caught via paparazzi.
Ooh, doing what?
Paparazzi. Make shocking late-night Paris appearance with a concerning tool. But it was not a dilder. It was a week after a surprise performance with Dad in London that the way-up crooner was seen in public in a park, City of Love, that is Paris, 3 a.m., anonymous friend, water bong in hand.
Nice.
And to that I say, so what?
The kids still water bong these days?
Oh my God, Celine, please don't sound so old. Do you want me to dump that?
They still no, I'm good. I'm pleased with it. They still do the water
Yeah,
bongs?
some people are water bonging.
They still gravity bong?
Gravity bong is a whole different scenario.
Anti-gravity bong?
Water bong is nice for filtration and not a direct hit to the throat.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the things.
So true.
What's what I'm reading on Wiki.
I liked if they put ice in it, is what I'm reading on Wiki, because then it made the smoke colder.
Yeah, they had a water bong at their side. Jaden was also seen holding Hope you're sitting down. A lighter.
Wow. How could he?
He's also seen wearing a white T-shirt, a bright yellow coat, and baggy jeans. So thank you so much to jang.com.pk for giving us what seems to be a police report.
You're welcome.
Everything else. Paired the outfit with a bright red hat, which covered his braids. So what's Jaden going to do next? Nick Cannon, on the other hand.
Weird.
Jaden is weird, but he's been that way since Pursuit of Happiness. Yes or no?
True.
No, I agree.
During a recent appearance on the Really Good podcast, we have Bobby Altoff.
Son of a bitch, that name is taken?
Bobby Altoff?
There goes my plans.
Have you tried Really, Really, Really Good podcast?
That's next. Audio trademark.
Already took it.
Damn it.
Asked Nick Cannon to name all 12 of his children, and he did. Psych! He did not.
I'm shocked.
I have so many kids. I have a king complex.
You have a what?
Why do you have so many kids,
complex.
she asked?
I was like, as black men, we always be like, what's up, king?
Okay.
I'm a king. I really think I'm a king.
So you need to have, do kings have a lot of kids?
Do you think you're a king?
What are their names?
Here we go.
You want all 12?
12 names. Go.
All right. This is where I usually get in trouble.
Why? Because you don't know all of them.
I know all of them, but there's
who's interviewing him?
Rose.
Bobby.
She's the one that does all the awkward ones where
very straight.
Where she asked what's her face about being a musician, and she thought
like,
it was
I'm not a magician.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have to forgive me because I totally
That was pretty funny.
ended this clip by accident. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Here is Nick.
Become a king.
So you need to have, do kings have a lot of kids?
Yeah.
What are their
Yeah. You want all 12?
12 names. Go.
All right. This is where I usually get in trouble.
Why? Because you don't know all of them.
I know all of them, but there's rock, roll, golden, powerful, rise, onyx, legendary, Zion, zillion, zen, and
more.
See, this is where how many?
You're missing 2.
I'm missing 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she has the list? Because if it were me and I just asked Nick Cannon what the names of all of his kids were, after he got past Zing and Zion and
Legend,
I
start naming adjectives.
I think I would just take his word for it. Just, as long as he's confident.
Stop having kids. You can't name all of them.
My boy Corn Cob.
Nick Jr.
Nick Jr.
Or is that a copyright thing?
That might be a copyright thing.
And finally, I'll leave you with this. You've been waiting for it.
I
and
have.
Now it has been delivered.
Edge of my seat.
The 2025 lineup.
Better
for
not regret this.
The Gathering of the Juggalos. Fago.
How was ICP
That
at
was
Bonnaroo?
the one show I saw. Besides a little bit of Rebecca Black. And she didn't even play Friday.
That is a fun lineup.
Insane Clown Posse was a trip.
I'll bet.
I absolutely loved it, and I am very tempted to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos.
I read the set list, and I did not recognize. I didn't recognize any of the songs.
I knew 2 of them, but just know that regardless, after the 3rd song until the end of the set, you're going to be sprayed with Fago.
Chicken nuggets.
So on the lineup, we have Guar. So not only are we going to have tons of Fago poured on you, but also tons of fake blood and guts and poo-poos. Guar style.
Nice.
It'll be August 13th to the 16th in Ohio.
I-O.
Thank you so much. And we also have 3 stages: Legendary Stage, the Iconic Stage, the Detonation Stage,
whoa,
as well as a comedy stage.
Oh, maybe you can go.
What?
They'll book you.
You're saying I'm funny?
Yeah, I'm saying you're funny.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Funny looking.
Oh, okay. On the boob tube.
How old are you?
I don't know anymore.
Premiere of the 6-episode Ironheart on Disney Plus, America's Got Talent, the 1% Club, The Snake on Fox, Watch What Happens Live has 3 people I've never heard of, with the exception of Danielle Haim. She's in Haim, I imagine. And you can catch Scarlett Johansson.
Scarjo.
Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Go ahead and watch that fall video of mine because it seems to be doing really well on the internet.
You picked a good one.
It's very funny.
What am I supposed to do after
You
this?
picked a doozy.
And say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. We got your dispatches coming up next. I got this story about this weird thing that happened at Disneyland Paris that got the authorities involved. And it seems to have cost somebody a lot of money. And I got some more stuff about, we got a weird vending machine that's got some things. And I got a man. Whoa, guys.
A vending machine that's got some things.
You're never going to guess what's in this vending machine, Josh. And screw you if you do it. You're never going to get. This is a serious tease.
Okay.
Speaking of serious tease, a bar's hours are extended despite a breast jiggling incident. We'll find out about more of that, too. Coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Keep an eye out for a crash on Semmern Boulevard at University Boulevard. There's no surprises on the major roadways that will be affecting your ride this afternoon. It's just going to be your typical slowdowns. Traffic's piling up on I-4 westbound through the city, and you could expect your regular delays through that amusement park area. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? That mortgage guy Don will get you some numbers and explain the details. And then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over the age of 62 on a fixed income. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry and get peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life.
Imagine yourself winning $1,000 this summer. Would you do a beach weekend? Upgrade your phone? Commission a custom portrait of yourself? Hey, we're not here to judge. We are here to give you that chance to get $1,000 in your hand. 13 times each weekday. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We are the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com. What is the cost of doing nothing? I don't know about you, but these months are the highest power bills of the year, and it's making me think about the years I spent without Solar Source. I'm so glad I finally have Solar Source. I started with the pool-heated solar, and I love it. Thrilled that Solar Source now has a pay-as-you-go system where I can save each month starting at just $99. Want to add the battery backup system for your home? Our pay-as-you-go plan works the same. Start with a small battery that provides critical backup power for your lights and your refrigerator, and then it does all these small loads, and then you could stack them and add more energy as time goes on. It's Solar Source.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they get you money for your injuries. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. It pains me to hear people still don't know that you don't have to pay me up front. Never deal with the insurance companies alone. They have a team of lawyers, and you should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and It'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Greenway Kia is under new management with 3 convenient locations across Central Florida and one of the area's largest inventories. We want to see you in a Kia. Upgrade your summer adventure in a hot new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for $119 a month for 24 months with $36.25 due at signing and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 7/15/25.
Future health weight loss.
Want Ozempic but can't afford thousands a month? You need Wegovy for $399 all in, no hidden fees. The only FDA-approved GLP-1 for weight loss at the lowest price yet. Save hundreds on authentic, safe, effective Wegovy pre-dosed injection pens for limited time. No insurance needed, no tricky syringes, just faster weight loss. Get this limited time deal at futurehealth.com today for the best price on the market. These meds eliminate hunger and cravings while Future Health handles the rest. Easy. Join those losing 10 pounds their first month. Plus, you don't have to drive to a doctor's office. It's all online via telehealth with licensed clinicians in your area. Go to futurehealth.com to see if you qualify and start losing weight this week. Visit futurehealth.com. Future without the E.
Future health weight loss.
Data based on independent studies sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, man! Do you know about the volume toll discounts from ePass?
Yeah? The more you drive, the more you save. Why are you yelling, dude?
Because more volume, more savings. You know, volume, louder. So I'm cranking it up.
No, genius. Volume toll discounts. As in, the more you drive, the more you save. Up to 25% per month. So why don't you save money and my eardrums? You don't have to yell. You just have to drive.
Oh, thanks. That makes sense. Plus, my throat was starting to get scratchy.
Get your free ePass sticker now in black at getepass.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the news.
Sabrina, Josh.
Hello.
Holding it down while Shawn takes a sick day. because he barely trudged through the last hour of the show yesterday, and just needs to rest that voice, have a few teas with some honey, have some Grand Marnier, something like that. You got to coat that throat, my man.
Coat that throat.
Coat that throat.
Coat that throat.
There we go. I saw this on the news, and they were talking about this study that Talker did, Talker.news, about people going on vacation. And I think some of the answers here are just dumb. Although I wouldn't be surprised if my wife gave one of the dumb ones.
My wife.
Says 2 in 3 Americans say the anticipation of their next trip is as good as, if not better than, the trip itself.
Okay. I will also
68%.
say that's dumb.
Like, the anticipation is better than the trip. A survey of 2,000 adults, they've traveled within the past year, explored the appeal of the days leading up to vacation, along with the post-vacation blues that inevitably come after. Now, I will say that is a little bit of a thing. You can have the post-blues.
For sure.
Especially chemically, if you spend your vacation
in a tropical,
doing certain things, overexerting yourself with certain enhancements, partying.
Yeah.
It can lead to some post-vacation funk or blues.
I certainly felt that after Quarteroo.
Right. Even after it got canceled and everything.
Yeah, and then we were absolutely looking forward to, but a big shout out to Giant Wreck World, because I think my blues would have been super blued if we didn't have that RV.
Well, that's what I said. Like, take advantage of that RV.
We were looking forward to, in July, going to Atlanta for Beyonce, because we said rain or shine, at least our heads are covered.
Right. Results found
Does that count in that survey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sweet.
Throughout all of the stages of being on a trip, no feeling compares to actually being at the destination. That's 54% of people, but 28%, and this is where I think my wife might deter off of what I think, because she says it's although 28% said planning the trip is the most fun, and 78% agree that traveling back home is the worst part. Planning the trip is the most fun. No, doing the fun stuff is fun.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Being just looking up stuff and planning the trip is the most. I agree that it's fun, especially because people that I know that do a lot of these planning on these trips are usually slacking off at work to do so.
What are your both of you, Josh and C-Lane, your trip styles? For me, I am not a massive planner. Like, there is, when it comes to a 4-day trip, we went to, New York earlier this year, late last year. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that I did plan and got tickets for was Sleep No More, because everyone had recommended it.
Right.
After that, it was kind of, here are some options, and I'll go with the flow. I'm a pretty chill gal. Now,
That's me.
I have a lot of people who are, this is what time we're doing it. This is what time we have to be there. And this is when we have to leave. And as long as I'm being told what to do, I'm okay with it. But sometimes I feel a little pressure to make sure I fill all the holes and the square pegs and the things, versus just not being amongst people who are down to go with the flow.
Yeah, I am usually less on the planning peg, just because that's what my wife likes to do. Like, she likes to find all the cool stuff. She'll go through like Yelp. She found us that weird speakeasy bar in Philly that's really mean to everybody. Like
Dicks.
It's not dicks. They are, but like, you have to. Oh, you can't use your phone in there. You can't take pictures at all, or else you're kicked out of there. And if you have an attitude, it almost seems like they want to just kick people out more than they want to let people in. And it's like a speakeasy cocktail bar.
Entry fee?
No, I don't remember there being a fee to get in.
Okay,
but
you have to come at me.
You have
just
to.
Asking.
You have to knock.
There's no fee.
You have to knock at some like nondescript door on some street in Philly that just looks like a laundromat or
I'll
something
be
like that.
waiting for you.
But also, she found like stuff in Chicago that was really cool. Like, she finds good stuff, and she enjoys doing that. But I don't think that that's the most fun part of the trip.
No, I don't even do any of the planning.
Stupid survey.
I agree to do like we like plan one or two things, and then everything else is just figure it out as you
with the
go.
flow. I
'Cause it's more
appreciate
fun
that.
way.
I like that too.
Now, mind you, when we went to New Orleans, when we went with the flow, we just ended up circling back into the French Quarter 7 times.
That's
and we're
how
like,
that
we
goes.
don't want a beer anymore.
I got to do the same thing, weirdly enough, in New Orleans, Sabrina, because when I showed up, everybody was already drunk and wanted to go take naps or go to the hospital. Or,
Right.
or somebody's
I am familiar with this trip.
bachelor party.
Mhm.
I wonder who that was.
Who will go unnamed.
Yeah,
It's definitely not on the camera right
I'd hate
now.
to be on that trip.
It was a very fun trip. I got to go around New Orleans by myself. That's a good time.
That is a good
Just
time.
exploring somewhere by yourself.
Showing all your boobs.
Yeah, fend off all the guys trying to sell you drugs on Bourbon Street.
But Bourbon Street, Market Street, all the streets, Chapatulas, they're everywhere.
So who could forget Chapatulas?
Exactly.
Cocaine Street.
That would be
Marijuana Avenue.
It sounds like the worst place to buy something like that.
Their speed limit's wild.
Speaking of marijuana, there's some marijuana that's missing.
Okay.
SpaceX would like to have a word with a few people.
SpaceX marijuana
They
missing?
have their own stuff.
They did. It says SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 into low Earth orbit from the Space Launch Complex in California. And it says they contained 70 payloads, including some unusual and notable experiments, as well as some human remains. Which I think if I had the
Did
option.
they mix up the weed with the human remains?
It doesn't. I don't know if this is a how high situation where. I'm glad-
Hey, it's me,
glad
your
somebody
dead friend
got-
that you smoked.
Yeah. Unfortunately for researchers and the families of the deceased, the mission was not a complete success, and both the cannabis and the human remains are now missing and presumed lost. So there was just the weed that they flew up into space to see what happens in low Earth orbit.
Weed.
Traveling inside one of the payloads, Genoplant's biological incubator Myasat-1, where
That sounds
over
hot.
980 biological samples, a bunch of nerd stuff in here, to be put into low Earth orbit to take it over the planet's poles. They wanted to see what would happen with the weed, and I don't know where the human remains came in, but they lost both of them, which I think
You
if
had
you're
one job.
if you're the family-
Put an air tag in it.
if you're the
Damn it.
family of the deceased, I think sending it off into space was kind of you got your goal there. Now it's missing.
Yeah.
Presumably lost in space.
And what were you expecting if it wasn't missing? That you're gonna look up,
Get
every-
it back? I don't know. If you
every
haven't,
year, gonna see. Oh, there's Grandpa.
you have an
Just flying
urn,
across the sky.
He's a star.
or they bring him back and you put him in an urn and you go, "My grandpa went to space," and they go after
They're
he was
expecting it
dead.
to come back.
I don't know what they were expecting, but they lost it all. So let's go to your dispatches.
Yeah, please.
We have a couple of them. There's one of them that I'm not going to play. I'm sorry, sweet Jimmy B. But
Sweet Jimmy B.
Your dispatch sucks.
No, I'm sure his dispatch is fine. He sent a video dispatch, but in the description,
He's fully nude.
he wrote testing the boundaries of the dump button, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
not
no.
in the mood to do that today.
But thank you for giving us the heads up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And then Bake Zitty has a dispatch, wants to talk about alcohol at Disney.
So what, no Zitty now?
We don't know.
Reba McIntyre. That's what just
That's
happened.
mean. Here's a dispatch for Bake
What up,
Zitty.
News Junkie? C-Lane doing a great job. I'm loving the show today. I hope Shawn feels better soon. Yeah, I think alcohol being added to Disney parks is
Good
not really
idea.
a huge deal. I guess my only thing about that is, I've seen it a bunch working different jobs as a kid where, broken families come together for kids' birthday parties, alcohol gets involved, fights break out, yada, yada. More or less wanted to check in to see if you guys heard about this story out of France, though, where a British man was fake married to a 9-year-old girl.
Yeah.
It's supposedly based off of the Series of Unfortunate Events movie, but I think Disney completely missed the mark on that. I wouldn't be surprised if the kid's mom doesn't wind up catching some charges too. The guy was supposedly arrested and is being investigated, but
This is new to me.
wanted to see what you guys thought about that and if you've even heard about it. But anyway, Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
No, I teased this story earlier, and this was Disneyland in Paris, and they had some of the park was, I think, rented out early before the normal ticket holders could come in, and they said that they were giving this girl like a princess day, and it was a social media stunt that probably cost the family around a good $150,000. But all the people that saw this go down thought, oh, look, they're throwing a wedding. Oh, all of the revelers, all of the attendees of the wedding have showed up, and they're sitting down, and the man is here, the groom, and the bride is 9 years old.
That's
and then
so weird.
The cops were called, and people were arrested. Says workers were horrified to find a large wedding they were hosting, which is this is super weird because now it sounds like the workers were horrified that they were helping put this on.
I would be too. Not going to give them any flack for being horrified that there's a 9-year-old bride. Was
between a man and a 9-year-old girl. The groom and child bride's mom arrested in what is now thought to have been a sick $150,000 social media stunt.
Oh boy, not getting your deposit back, huh?
The French amusement park, which is funny as hell to me because our traffic guy has been calling the theme parks amusement parks, and people have been texting in and complaining about it. Like, they're theme parks, not amusement parks.
There's a theme to it, underage marriages.
Well, this was in France. I'm talking about our ones.
Oh.
But the French park had been hired for the ceremony in front of the Sleeping Beauty castle with no warning that the bride was just a child. Some 300 guests
so messed up.
and a string quartet arrived before 5 a.m. before the park was open for regular tourists, with horrified employees only then seeing how young the bride was. The little girl was wearing a wedding dress. They said she was scared and confused.
Yeah.
But
surprise, surprise.
But I think I read in a different story, and I got to find where I had this story, that it was for some Princess Day or something she was happening.
Wedding dress or princess dress? Big difference.
But
is she scared or horrified, or is she about to marry somebody?
Part of her day, she had 5-inch heels taped to her feet, according to Le Parisien. Staff called police, who arrested 4 of those involved, including the would-be groom, a 22-year-old British national, and they arrested the 41-year-old mother of the 9-year-old, both of whom had arrived in Paris from Ukraine 2 days before the sick ceremony. Also arrested were 2 Latvian nationals, a 24-year-old woman recruited to play the role of the bride's sister, and a 55-year-old recruited to act as her father.
Hello, my daughter get married to a nice British man today.
Nope, we're not allowing that to happen. Latvian national person.
Okay, the rules different here.
Sending you to Paris jail.
How about
my friend.
10-year-old?
No 10-year-old.
Perhaps 11.
Got to be at least in the teens, I think, for some of these countries. The person who initiated the call to Disneyland Paris security explained that he had been recruited to play the role of the bride's father for $13,000 and discovered at the last minute the bride was 9 years old. So he knew he was playing an act.
What is this? Every detail keeps adding on another layer of this very effed up cake right now.
Good pay, though.
Yeah, I guess.
$13,000.
Oh, well,
$13,000, but he got arrested, didn't he?
I'd buy a whole village back home. For
$13,000 to end up in French jail?
Not worth it, pal.
I don't think it's worth it.
They give you new socks and baguette.
Prosecutors are looking at whether the wedding was a sick stunt for social media. And an ad had been published online asking for extras, including 200 adults and 100 children between the ages of 5 and 15, to take part in what they called a high-end wedding rehearsal.
Yeah, about that.
All right.
Just awkward situation all around. There's pictures of the seating and everybody getting ready. And
no, I'm good.
String quartet. You could, some of these people, they look at these ads and they're like, I want to be an extra. I want to be a paid extra.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to be an extra in a child's wedding.
And they show up for a child wedding.
And that child's shoes are taped to her foot.
The fake groom and fake bride's sister remain in custody and have been charged with fraud and breach of trust against Disneyland Paris, who also filed a complaint against the pair. So we'll see what happens with that fake-ish. I mean, if it's a fake wedding, has a law been broken?
Yeah, Elaine, I'm just going to go with yes.
If it's a fake wedding, if you're just playing
wedding. Is it a fake
wedding.
wedding? Is it a fake wedding? If
They're
she's
saying
scared.
it's a fake wedding.
Of course they did, because they got caught trying to do a real wedding.
If you're trying to do a real wedding like that, I think Disneyland, probably not the place, but we'll hear from you about that. Do you think that laws were broken there? Also, we'll hear more of your dispatches on the other stuff we've been talking about. And I have an opportunity for either of you.
Yay.
Big company hiring. They're ready to pay some big bucks.
Okay, what are you doing here?
We'll find out what for coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
I'm way out of your weight class, A, and I have too much knowledge.
That's the first time that's ever been said.
Maybe it is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a serious accident affecting all lanes getting cleared up here on Champions Gate Boulevard westbound at I-4. Keep an eye out for emergency crews and police activity in the area there. It's going to be your typical delays on I-4 through that amusement park area. Disabled vehicles getting cleared up on John Young Parkway near Orange Center Drive. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. Starring John Fogerty, Bryan Adams, Sammy Hagar, Mariah Carey, Tim McGraw, Jelly Roll, Ed Sheeran, and more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Superstar performances, never before seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Get your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now at AXS.com.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite, life-changing dentistry.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Hey, we all think about buying a house instead of renting a house, right? But do you realize that you're renting electricity every month? Yep, overpaying the power company and watching the prices rise year after year. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? And start with that pool heater, solar. It is awesome. I'm thrilled to say Solar Source, you can do the pay-as-you-go plan where you can save each month starting at just $99. Solar Source isn't new to this game. They've been in business for nearly 40 years with the same phone number since 1984. Ask about the battery backup option to protect you during a storm season. It's Solar Source.
This is Operation Stormwatch, brought to you by Eustace Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts. Storm safety tip: be sure your gutters are clean to avoid preventable damage. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free storm readiness inspection.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Man, I'm excited for the summer. Going to the beach, hanging out by the pool, barbecue, having drinks. But all of that is getting a little more expensive. That's where Sam's Club is coming to the rescue with locked-in summer value. values. Until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, and that's from paper plates to trash bags, sunscreen, even apple pie. I have my card. It's a total no-brainer to join Sam's Club because locked-in summer values can help you save on all those things you need to have a great summer. Go sign up for that membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
Summer is here, and you know what that means. Carbecues. No, not barbecues. Carbecues. Where your seats roast, your steering wheel sizzles, and your sunglasses melt into the dash. Get a WeatherTech sunshade for your windshield and the full vehicle kit to cover all your windows. Custom fit for your specific vehicle, Sunshade blocks the scorching sun and harmful UV rays to keep your cabin nice and cool. So say no to fried thighs with the all-American-made WeatherTech sunshade, because it's your car, not a casserole. Order today at WT.com.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
From iHeart Podcast. Before social media, before cable news, there was Alan Berg.
He was the first and the original shock jock.
That scratchy, irreverent kind of way of talking to people and telling them that you're an idiot and I'm going to hang up on you.
This is Live Wire, the loud life and shocking murder of Alan Berg.
And he pointed to the Denver phone book and said, well, there are probably 2 million suspects.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Live Wire, and listen now.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
If radio is a medium, they're neither rare nor well done. You're listening to the News Junkie.
He's like a double X, you know,
No.
something like that.
Just medium, like psychics.
Yeah, that too.
But then it goes into the meat.
What's going on? Share the show Tuesday.
Not
If you have not done so yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that bell, smash the like button, tell everybody, hey, I'm listening to this great show, and you can get the podcast on thenewsjunkie.com. There is some allegations being made a little south of us in the Tampa area. About
classic Tampa.
About a name that we all know quite well. A now deleted post from Reddit's Tampa subreddit made some embarrassing accusations against Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair.
Woo!
Claiming he's been causing some trouble at bars and restaurants and doing a little bit of the poo.
Like
because
poo-poo?
Yes.
Oh.
In his pants?
This Ric Flair thing says, hey, does Ric Flair keep coming to your restaurant and S-ing himself? That is the headline, question mark. It says, man has S himself like 6 times this year, drunk ASF
He's getting older.
at bars and other restaurants. He gets thrown out of Water Street places all the time. Anybody in the service industry having to deal with this S2.
I didn't realize Ric Flair was a local these days.
Yeah.
Florida man.
Where
you come to die and poop your pants.
This is only one person alleging this, but he's had some other Florida-related run-ins. The post quickly grabbed attention before being removed, but it's not the first time Flair's behavior has sparked headlines. Last year, the icon reportedly got into a dispute with a kitchen manager at Paisano's Stone-Fired Pizza in Gainesville, Florida, where the best stone-fired pizza. And he was asked to leave. His legendary partying has fueled plenty of wild stories, some harmless, others downright concerning. Whether or not the latest claims are exaggerated, it's clear the 16-time world champion still knows how to make a scene and not always for the right reasons. So possibly, question mark, has Ric Flair been soiling himself at bars in the Tampa area?
Whoa.
I don't know. I think he's got like a cancer diagnosis, right, Ric Flair?
Don't break that in after I did all the jokes, Christopher.
I mean, I'm trying to be a little fair to the guy.
I think he's been in the hospital for alcohol poisoning.
Type 1 or type 2?
He had skin cancer.
Oh. You just shaved that off, right?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, that's how it works. Sorry for all the people that are suffering from skin cancer.
Okay, sorry. I get skin removed every time I go to the dermatologist, so I'm allowed to say these things.
Is it cancerous skin?
No, it turns out to not be cancerous. I think they just like cutting me, honestly.
Same with my schmears every year.
I haven't
happy
had.
You have good schmears.
Haven't had skin removed, just like Einstein brothers over there.
You got to respect the schmear.
I have not been to the dermatologist in quite some time, so I don't routinely get skin removed. I probably should. I probably should go. I said I have an opportunity for you guys if you are looking to make any moves in the corporate ladder.
I would never leave Moses.
Yeah, I haven't told you what this is yet, so you might like it. You might like what it is.
Okay.
I'd say just say it, and then we can answer.
They say that a new company is hiring executive bodyguards after the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
With that, I'm out.
It says combat shooting experience required. Don't you have some combat shooting experience?
Yes, I do, but it's not for this.
For the second time in 3 months, a little-known team within... And this is what caught me as weird, because I didn't think that the executives at this company should be necessarily that scared, but maybe I'm missing part of this. A little-known team within Pacific Gas and Electric has hired someone to watch the CEO's back. Your responsibilities, should you be chosen for this prestigious job, include proactively monitoring for threats, helping executives map out business and personal travel.
I love that they put this out to the public versus going with a company that's has established security. This is just ripe for a planned attack.
Right. But they want you to coordinate with law enforcement, around-the-clock availability for executives and their families, and you must have a concealed carry permit or equivalent and combat shooting exercise. But for the gas and electric company,
you never know.
Have they just been shutting off too many non-paying customers?
Doy.
They don't pay their bills and they shut them off, and now they're worried they're going to get shot.
People get real mad about having their power and water cut off.
The death of
what ain't cut off? Bullets.
It's so true.
The death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson kicked off a wave of concern among corporate executives that they could be targeted as the result of their business. Allied, which is a company that provides a lot of this protection, received as many inquiries in the first quarter of this year as it did in the past 5 years combined.
Hot damn.
Which I think is only good for Allied and not as much for everybody else. But
and full circle, Ally was the diet pill that made you poop yourself.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that one. Ally?
Yeah, it was way back in the day.
Usually, because these stories are coming out because it's getting hot. There's heat waves all over the place. They're telling people in some states, to limit their alcohol intake, telling people not to take cold showers. I know, boo. But this one, a lot of times when the headline of an article is in the form of a question, typically the answer is no. But for this one, I say yes. I say
yes.
This one's a yes. Because it says, as temperatures climb, we wear less. We show up in public in near nakedness at the beach, the park, at parties. Should wearing deodorant be part of the social contract?
Yes.
I think emphatically yes, right?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
No. You don't want to wear the deodorant?
I mean, I have my particular deodorant, and I'm sticking to it.
You have but I'm saying you're going to wear it. It says, should it be part of the social contract? Like, should people just jettison the deodorant and go around smelling is what they're getting at here.
But you're asking someone who has a super sense of smell.
That's what I thought you were the most important to answer this question, because you're the one that stands to be the most discomforted By
It's
people
the worst.
answering no to this question.
It is the worst, and I've only saved one building from a fire. The rest of it, I can name what what you've eaten for lunch or dinner because of your burp, and I can smell farts from a mile away.
There are hundreds
impressive.
Thank you.
deodorants on the market. That is actually, it's not bad.
Nope.
Hundreds of deodorants
Give me
on the
a burp,
market.
Josh.
Aerosols, roll-ons. That was a fake burp, man.
I don't have a real one.
Chicken marsala.
Damn, how'd you know?
Told you.
Did you really have chicken marsala today?
No.
Just go with it.
I mean,
Can we
yes,
not do radio bits anymore?
I have
Theater
chicken.
of the
I have
mind.
chicken marsala every day for breakfast. As a matter of fact, it's high in protein and good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It says, before modern plumbing made a daily shower or bath a routine event, perfumes and powders were used to disguise body odor, as cleansing with clean water was not ready an option. So basically they're saying that there's people going, I don't need deodorant. And with how hot it's been outside, I would say I would prefer you wear it.
Yes, you do.
They even have deodorant wipes. So when you even if you did it in the morning, you could give yourself a refresher out of the pit.
Do a little the
those.
PTA wash.
Thank you.
The P and the T are not words that I could say on the radio, but A is armpits.
Okay.
I could see.
I just stopped myself from saying those
the
things.
gears churning.
The Parent-Teacher Association wash.
Yes, that's it. The Parent-Teacher Association.
The pits, the slits.
And the other thing that rhymes with that. When we come back, I've got jury duty. Plus, Bolivia wants to have a little talk with the World Health Organization on what is considered drugs, what could go wrong there. Also, if you want this mysterious mansion in Wenham, there's going to be a little problem getting in the front door. Yep, we'll find out about all that. Plus your dispatches. You can be on the show next. Head over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch, and we'll get to you next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Take 5 Oil Change.
Florida State football is raking in blue-chip recruits this week. They got commitments Monday from four-star wideout Xavier Tiller and Devin Carter. Prosecutors in the Dominican Republic want Ray star Wander Franco sentenced to 5 years in prison for sexual abuse against a minor. And an arbitrator has ruled that the NFL did ask teams to collude against fully guaranteed veteran contracts, but there's no evidence they did it. I'm Scott Davidson.
Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1, starring Brad Pitt. Drive in today and catch all the speed and action. Only in theaters, June 27th. Rated PG-13.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Greenway Kia is under new management, and we've got a whole new attitude. With 3 great locations across Metro Orlando and one of the area's largest selections, we truly want to see you in a Kia. Plus, we want your trade. Get up to $10,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Get your fast free appraisal online right now at greenwaykias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, East Colonial, West Colonial, and 1792 North.
All factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they get you money for your injuries. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. It pains me to hear people still don't know that you don't have to pay me up front. Never deal with the insurance companies alone. They have a team of lawyers, and you should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
Introducing a completely reimagined Dick's and an all-new Golf Galaxy Performance Center. 2 sports destinations unlike any other, with an expanded assortment of the latest styles, the best gear to improve your game, and interactive experiences. Perfect your swing in our TrackMan golf simulators. Plus, discover expert services. Welcome to your new Dick's and Golf Galaxy Performance Center. Grand opening weekend, June 27th through 29th at Plaza Colina.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Planning a trip to Orlando? After the rides and roller coasters, keep the fun going at the legendary Cocoa Beach, the closest beach to Orlando. Whether you're surfing the waves, paddling with dolphins, or kayaking alongside gentle manatees, Cocoa Beach is where adventure meets relaxation. So, when you visit Orlando, don't just stop at the theme parks. Add some sand, surf, and sunshine to your trip to Cocoa Beach on Florida's Space Coast. Visit legendarycocobeach.com today.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like 2-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Bless your dispatches. We'll be getting to those in the next hour. Make sure you're paying attention for those keywords. We have another one coming up, fresh keyword just after the top of the hour.
Cha-ching.
And we've already given away $1,000. We
Nice.
took the very first winner. Winner number 1 went
Take that, suckers.
went to our station. So when you hear the keywords, the 2 important things are listen for the keyword and then head to the station website and put it in. And then the really important thing, answer your phone when you get that call, because they're not going to leave a message and say, call us back for your $1,000. They're going to hang up and call somebody else. But I think a lot of the people hearing my voice right now, they already know that. They've been doing their due diligence, putting in the keywords, and winning thousands of dollars. Diligence. Let's get into it. Oh, I got the intro for this one here. And let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
How you feeling, Sabrina?
Me? Pretty good. How about you?
You said yesterday, I don't know if you were having like a mental thing because you heard how bad Shawn sounded.
One way to put it.
Like, no, like, because like a manifest kind of thing.
Placebo effect.
Or woman fest kind of thing.
Okay. Other great way to put it. No, I'm feeling all right.
You said you were scratchy.
I was feeling scratchy. I feel okay right now. I got a good night of sleep.
Good.
I had to take some medication.
Oh, good. It's going around.
Nice.
Right.
I'm getting texts from other people.
Thank you.
Josh was just sick.
JustCallMo.com.
Josh was just sick, and then now I'm getting texts from other people that might be connected to me.
In a legal sense?
That Jackson was texting me, telling me of his ailments, and his mother is having a little scratchy throat. I go, now do I even go home? Do I just stay here?
Are you asking me to sleep over? Because I could have to set that up ahead of time.
No, you can't sleep over. You have to. Are you even back in your house yet?
Over. Yes, we just got back.
Is it nice to be back in your bed?
Yeah, kind of. There's crap everywhere.
Are you worried that poison has touched everything?
Yes, and I am washing everything as we speak.
I would be
getting a deep clean as well.
Paranoid about all that. Jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
We should do that again for sure.
Okay, well, I won't ask how you're feeling anymore. Then I was just concerned.
You thought I was doing a woman placebo effect.
Guys, stop yelling.
A woman placebo effect.
Just call
Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm, 1-800-CALL-MO or 866-CALL-MO. You go to the DeWitt Law Firm for all your legal needs. They will take care of you. Moses DeWitt is a saint. He was able to lend us Josh for the day.
What a guy.
We appreciate him for that. And he'll help you out. If you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Or 1-800-CALL-MO. We heard already that there will be no witnesses in the P. Diddy trial, but now they're saying closing arguments are expected to be done by this Thursday. Thursday the 26th.
This is quicker than a lot of people had anticipated.
Yeah. Combs' defense team told the judge, we already knew this, they didn't plan to have any witnesses testify and defend the disgraced hip-hop mogul on the stand. They only were going to just submit some evidence and then say, hey, we're done. So the evidence is out there, and they can get to the closing arguments. And it says they're expected to be done on Thursday, June 26th. U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey, the assistant attorney, says she expects the testimony of Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent Joseph Cerciello to continue into this morning. And he returned to the stand yesterday after testifying about evidence charts compiled by the prosecution on Friday. So that means, depending on how long the jury would take to deliberate this thing, we could find out the fate of Diddy by Friday, maybe next week, and find out what is going on.
It's going to be Friday at 5 p.m.
Yeah,
Ooh.
That would be just late enough for the news cycle not to get as big of a jump on it as they would want to. Antonio Brown still has an attempted murder warrant pending and may not even be in the country. If anything on his Twitter feed can be taken seriously and or believed, Brown may no longer be in the United States, which, if true, becomes highly relevant to the pending warrant for his arrest on attempted murder with a firearm.
Ooh.
Word of the warrant first emerged 10 days ago, but there's been no indication of any effort to execute the warrant. Brown posted on Saturday night, "I'm out the country, ain't no more child support, tell yo mama get a job."
Okay.
So,
is he speaking directly to his children?
He did not at anybody on Twitter. He didn't, say anybody specifically, but it seems like that would be directed at his children. Again, this says, good luck putting any stock on anything Brown ever says. But if he has left the country and he's serious about cutting off any and all child support obligations he might have, it sounds like he may not plan on coming back anytime soon. Charges have been filed against a driver who sped down the National Mall. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia has filed a slew of charges against the man who was just doing donuts on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. in a black SUV over the weekend, an incident that was caught on camera, widely shared on social media. Court documents reveal 30-year-old Curtis Lear facing multiple charges, including destruction of federal property, assault with a dangerous weapon, disorderly conduct, fleeing from law enforcement in a motor vehicle, reckless driving, operating a vehicle off-road in a way that damaged protected land. Additional charges included aggravated reckless driving and failure to maintain control of a motor vehicle. They really don't want people doing donuts on the mall. They found every single charge they could pin on this guy.
I think I want to do more than donuts at the mall.
You kind of want to do it now.
All the time.
According to the Park Police, the bizarre incident unfolded around 9 p.m. Saturday, just as the regular crowd shuffled in. Officers responded to reports of a black Jeep Patriot driving erratically. Man, even the Patriot can't do the donuts on the lawn of the National Mall between Jefferson and Madison Drives. And last but not least, in jury duty, a man who was charged with a New Year's Eve stabbing has been found guilty.
Happy New Year!
In Cottonwood County, which is in Minnesota, I think.
Say it with confidence.
In Windham, Minnesota, a Cottonwood County jury found 26-year-old, no name given, Happy.
That's a cool name.
That's the name he has.
Cousin Grumpy.
No name given. I guess Happy is his last name. Of San Diego, California. Guilty on 2 of the 6 charges against him, including the one for second-degree murder without intent and terroristic threats. The incident happened on New Year's Eve 2024 at the Fat Pheasant Pub in Wyndham. 30-year-old Benjamin Matter of Wyndham died. 2 others were treated for stab wounds, and the sentencing will happen in August 8th. What do you call that guy for short? No name given, Happy? No name given. Mr. Happy? Mr. Happy sounds like you're talking to your penis.
Hap.
You doing all right, Mr. Happy?
I love that you address your penises with such manners.
Well,
someone has to.
I mean, it'd be a whole different story if it was Mr. Sad.
Or just happy.
Right. Yeah, you're saying with the respect that one would deserve from the word Mr.
Well, he was a doctor, but he got stripped of his credentials.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know.
I mean, you could just make up a backstory for yours.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're going to get to your dispatches.
Tell us what your generals are named.
If you want to tell us that,
why not?
If you want to tell us that, I'd be fine to hear it, as long as you're not testing the dump button like that one guy. And then we're going to talk about Bolivia because they want to loosen up some rules.
That's my vagina's name.
On what you can, well, your vagina wants to loosen up some rules on what you can bring in and out of the country.
Thank you.
There you go. We have this man who won a Dull Award, a Lifetime Achievement Dull Award, but I think it's a little more important than what they said. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with Night 2 of the Mount Dora Summer Night Series with Ryan Holmes from the Monsters in the Morning, July 12th. Details at realradio.fm/comedy.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
There's a crash blocking all lanes on Champions Gate Boulevard westbound at I-4. I believe the ramps are being affected as well. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways here. There's no surprises on the major roadways really affecting your ride this afternoon. Just your usual slowdowns on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and the beach line there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hey there, my sink is leaking water. I need help right now.
We're having a company-wide staring contest. Do you want to play?
But what about my sink?
Okay, me versus you.
No.
Ready, go.
No, I'm not playing. And you know what? I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, I almost blinked.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When it comes to plumbing problems, you want a helpful operator to guide you and an honest and reliable plumber to provide customized solutions for your home.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
After 6 long years, the Vans Warped Tour is crashing back to Orlando for its epic 30th anniversary, and we're hooking you up with the ultimate VIP experience. You and 3 of your ride or die crew could be living it up with 4 VIP tickets to the most legendary punk rock party of the year, November 15th and 16th, 2025 at Camping World Stadium. We're talking 70 to 100 insane artists, multiple stages, and non-stop chaos in the best way possible. But wait, we're not stopping there. 2 nights at the swanky Renaissance Orlando Resort and Spa, a fresh pair of Vans kicks to stomp around in style, and a $100 dining credit at Dave & Buster's to fuel your mosh pit madness. This is your chance to rage, rock, and relive the glory days, or make some new ones. Thanks to Insomniac and Vans Warped Tour, this is going to be one for the books. So what are you waiting for? Enter now at realradio.fm/contest.
Score limited time savings on your favorite snacks and drinks at Wawa. Whether you're craving a refreshing drink or a tasty treat, Wawa has you covered. Enjoy exclusive deals in-store or on the Wawa app, making it easier than ever to fuel your day without breaking the bank. Don't miss out on summer savings, perfect for road trips, beach days, or backyard hangs. Savor a summer of savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
Future health, weight loss.
Can't afford Ozempic? Think again. Future Health offers Wegovy for $399 all in, no hidden fees. It's Ozempic, but FDA approved for weight loss. Get this limited time deal at futurehealth.com today for the best price on the market. No insurance needed, just faster weight loss. Visit futurehealth.com, future without the E, to start losing weight this week.
Future health, weight loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
I'm Jennifer Garner. You may know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card because it makes everything we do even more rewarding. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles on every purchase means we earn more too. And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/VentureXBusiness.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Are you tired of your glasses or contact lenses? Maybe it's time for a change. For a limited time, the Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK exams and $500 off each eye. That's right, clear vision and up to $1,000 in savings, just in time for sunshine, road trips, and poolside selfies. Call now, 800-EYE-EXAM. That's 800-EYE-EXAM. Or visit them online at filatowskieye.com. Take that first step toward clear, confident vision before this offer ends. Call 800-EYE-EXAM. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Score limited time savings on your favorite snacks and drinks at Wawa. Whether you're craving a refreshing drink or a tasty treat, Wawa has you covered. Enjoy exclusive deals in-store or on the Wawa app, making it easier than ever to fuel your day without breaking the bank. Don't miss out on summer savings, perfect for road trips, beach days, or backyard hangs. Savor a summer of savings. Gotta have a Wawa.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
A daily goal of one day getting in touch with Beyoncé's and or Dave Matthews people.
Can't believe it.
It's not butter.
I can't believe it's a victory, a rare victory for the Venetians, the people of Venice, Italy.
Venice.
We just talked about a little bit ago the Bezos wedding that everybody was freaking out about, and they're making the big signs and telling them to get out of there. You got to pay more taxes. But now they're reporting Jeff Bezos has been forced to move the celebrations after residents threatened to. This was the threat that got Jeff Bezos to move. Residents in Venice threatened to fill the city's canals with inflatable crocodiles to stop the guests from arriving.
They showed him.
Mr.
That's
Bezos.
a lot of inflatable crocodiles.
It seems like it would take quite a bit. The Amazon and you would almost definitely have to order them on Amazon. The founder and one of the richest people in the world had been expected to hold a party at a 16th century hall in the city center as part of a 3-day celebration for his wedding to Lauren Sanchez. And now they're moving the event to what they call a more secure location following the protests and the big signs. And the demonstrators claim they would throw inflatable crocodiles into the canals leading to the Scuola Grande della Misericordia. Nailed that.
Yeah, you did.
Ciao, Bella.
To block celebrity guests arriving on water taxis or gondolas. You imagine you're the gondola pilot driver.
I was supposed to make a lot of money this weekend.
God, look at that. You definitely took some money out of the pockets of the gondola captains. But if you just had to have one of those big spikes, like the chain gang on the side of the road picks up garbage with, but instead you're just spiking the inflatable crocodiles, trying to get Jeff Bezos' celebrity wedding guests to the big party. Some demonstrators had claimed they would throw the inflatable crocodiles. Tommaso Cacciari, a member of the No Space for Bezos protest group.
No space for Bezos.
That would be such a better name. Such a better name. That was a swing and a miss on not having the
It's
rhyming.
one thing to rent out a venue, maybe even a block, but to take over the entire city, I can understand why they are upset.
It's big balls money. I like it. Who would have thought we could change the plans of one of the richest men on the planet? This is a big victory. says Mr. Cacciari.
Mr. Cacciari.
He added that a demonstration planned for Saturday, thought to be the main day of celebrations, will still go ahead. We'll leave the periphery of the city to them, but we will be reclaiming the center of Venice.
Yeah, take it back.
The wedding will reportedly be moved to the Arsenal, a huge complex of boatyards, basins, warehouses, and canals where Venetians built warships and merchant vessels for centuries. So just with the threat of inflatable crocodiles, you can get the richest man, one of the richest men in the world, to move that wedding that you were so against. But over to Taiwan, where there was a young boy who was just celebrating his, it says junior high school. Which grades are junior? Is that just middle school?
6th through 8th, yeah.
6th through 8th.
I don't know if it's different in Taiwan. I've never been.
A couple has sparked controversy by this completely fine party that they were going to throw. They just wanted the kid to have a good graduation, and now everybody's pissed at them. They hired 2 pole dancers to perform outside their son's secondary school as a celebration of his graduation. And these are the pole dancers. There's the kid. They had to blur out his face. Just trying to enjoy his graduation.
There's no pole.
It gets better. Many shocked students and parents gathered to watch the performance of the 2 female dancers, creating a buzz of disbelief in the crowd. Now, Sabrina, to your point, there was no pole. However, the dancers later climbed on the roofs of 2 sport utility vehicles where separate poles were installed and continued their performance from there.
Good.
Is that Lilo and Stitch on that Jeep?
Ohana means stripper.
A Lilo and Stitch stripper Jeep. They do it differently in Taiwan.
Yeah, they do.
The dancers later climbed on the roofs of the Jeeps. Separate poles were installed. They continued the performance. The boy's mother told the media the pole dance was sponsored by a friend and choreographed herself, aiming to stand out among various graduation activities like cap and gown throwing. Other parents organized various programs for the graduation ceremony. I wanted ours to be more creative than theirs, the mother said. I want this to be an unforgettable graduation gift for my son. Well, I think you may have succeeded there.
Coolest party out of all of them.
It might just be. Let's go to your dispatches. Let's see what you have got going on. You send those in to thenewsjunkie.com on a Share the Show Tuesday. We'll turn that up a little bit. Let's hear from Sport Johnston with a dispatch to thenewsjunkie.com.
What up, Junkie Butt? Hey, Shawn can't hear us right now, right? It's just us talking, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I like it so much better when it's just you three. You know, it's like a good core. And when Shawn's here, all he does is yuck up yum. You know what I mean? It's like, kidding, Shawn, hope you feel better, man. Hey, but also got a little bit of breaking news. I don't know if you guys heard, but Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys passed away. So
no.
See, like, keep up the work. Later.
Wow.
I can't believe this.
Gonna have to change the last song already. Didn't know that the Beach Boys guy was dead. Thank you, Sport. I don't know if Shawn can hear us. I don't know if he's
He'll tell us he didn't.
If he happens to walk into the garage, into the studio, he would. But I don't know. I just hope he's resting up. Let's go over to Nathan. Nathan has a dispatch.
Yo, News Junkie. What is up? Happy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I hope each and every one of you have an amazing rest of your week, man. You did a great job today. C-Lane, Sabrina, Josh, it's always good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all go out there and kill it, man. Have a great day. Love you guys. And, wiggledy wiggle, pop pop.
Thank
you, Nathan. I appreciate it. Very nice words.
What a guy. Very vague. You could use that at any time during the week.
Just evergreen. If ever I'm feeling a little down, hit that Nathan button. Make me feel a whole lot better.
You're doing a job.
You're doing a job. Is Tony Hawk still, I don't want to say popular, because he is popular and he's well known among our generations and generations older, but is Tony Hawk still relevant to young kids these days?
Yes.
Oh, new Tony Hawk's coming up.
Yeah, it is. Remaster.
So are they new, or are they just re-releasing the old games?
It's a remaster of 3 and 4. So they did 1 and 2 like during COVID. So
okay. Well,
and his son. His son just had a baby with Kurt Cobain's kid.
Yes.
Okay, so he
That's
still
relevant.
Finds his way in the news in that way, but I didn't know if like young kids right now are playing. I mean, I guess that's why they're re-releasing the games, but are playing a lot of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. They said with the highly anticipated return of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, they're teaming up. They're doing a collab, guys. The hot collab on the streets.
Oh, nice.
Is Tony Hawk and Taco Bell.
All right.
Yo quiero what?
Tony Hawko Bell.
Tony Hawko Bell. Once again, that would have been the better name.
You're welcome.
They've tapped Hawk to share his take on the company's Build Your Own Lux Craving box. So we're probably going to have some box of food that's got Tony Hawk's face on it. I don't know if it's going to be as popular as the ones that McDonald's are doing with all the wrappers. Those ones seem to be the real hard to get items.
Now I'm hungry.
But they say, oh, well, this is not going to make it any better. And I apologize for that, Sabrina. Because here's what Tony Hawk came up with. This is what, if you want to be just like Tony Hawk, you go over to Tony Hawko Bell and you can get his cheese quesadilla, crunchy taco, chips and nacho cheese sauce, and a medium Lipton iced tea.
Come on, Lipton iced tea.
Who gets iced tea at the drive-thru?
Baja Blast,
unless you get a raspberry iced tea. Those are pretty delish.
Nah.
Yeah, but Josh is right. More people that go to Taco Bell like the Baja Blast.
I love the Baja.
Baja Blast.
I can't do Mountain Dew that much because
you got to do the dew.
On account of the heartburn, I choose Mountain Don't. I just
it's a good move. It used to taste so good when we were little.
Yeah, but then I overdid it. I overdid it with either the Mountain Dew or the vodka that tasted like Mountain Dew.
Oh, the dude.
The dude. Mouthful of dude. That was the order.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
Hit the button. There you go. Bolivia wants the world to stop treating coca leaves like drugs. What could go wrong?
Fine.
They say the leaves, which can be chewed as a mild stimulant, but also, and they want you to kind of forget this part, also can be processed into cocaine. They're everywhere.
What?
These spread out by the road to dry, sold in bags along sweets and SIM cards. That's when you go to Bolivia. Cochabamba runs on cocoa. They stuff them in the cheeks as golf ball-sized bolos. One trucker says with a bolo, which is just chewing on coca leaves, or like basically treating it like, it sounds like chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
And it says, with a bolo, I can drive all night, one trucker says, with a flash of leaf-flecked teeth.
I believe it, pal.
Bolivia is one of very few countries with a legal market for the leaves, coca. In the rest of the world, it's controlled with the same stringency as cocaine and heroin, a Schedule 1 drug, meaning there is... I don't think cocaine's Schedule 1 in America. Schedule 1...
It's
Schedule
the
1,
same as marijuana.
Schedule 1 was no medical benefits, and they used to use cocaine like liquid for numbing creams.
Cocaine is Schedule 2.
Yeah.
I think crack might be Schedule 1.
That would make sense. The Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs, an international treaty adopted by the United Nations, lists coca leaf itself as a Schedule 1 substance. But Bolivia says, guys, what's the problem? Let's get people what they want. The people want to chew on the coca leaves.
Chew on
just
leaves.
Look past the whole they can process it and turn it into cocaine thing, and everything will just be A-okay. What could go wrong? When we come back, the Gloucestershire man who invented something totally mundane is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, and so much more, including your dispatches as we roll on the final hour of a Share the Show Tuesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash blocking all lanes on Champions Gate Boulevard westbound at I-4. I believe the ramps are being affected as well. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways here. There's no surprises on the major roadways really affecting your ride this afternoon. Just your usual slowdowns on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and the beach line there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. Starring John Fogerty, Bryan Adams, Sammy Hagar, Mariah Carey, Tim McGraw, Jelly Roll, Ed Sheeran, and more. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Superstar performances, never before seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Get your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now at AXS.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. You've heard me talk about Life Imaging FLA, but you haven't taken advantage of it yet. Why not? I had a listener just this week. His wife made him go, right? Because they heard it on the radio. She made him go. They went to Life Imaging FLA, found out he had blockage in his heart. He didn't think he had a problem. Had to go to the hospital the next day, and it absolutely saved his life. He sent me a long email thanking me for it. He should be thanking his wife for making him go, but you should do it, man. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. There are a few minimum requirements, but this is definitely worth it. You know, early detection of heart disease and cancer is a game changer when it comes to treatment and outcome. I've learned that firsthand with my sister. She found out she had cancer way too late. She always said, man, get in and get a scan. Get a scan when you can from Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You won't be sorry. Life Imaging FLA.
Greenway Kia is under new management. With 3 great locations across Central Florida and one of the area's largest selections, we want to see you in a Kia. Upgrade your summer adventure in a brand new 2025 Kia Sportage EX. Lease it for just $149 per month for 24 months with $39.95 due at signing and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 7/15/25.
Tools Ace Hardware is now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Steel, already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, and now they're offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained technicians in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available at 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
Their ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
From iHeart Podcast. Before social media, before cable news, there was Alan Berg.
He was the first and the original shock jock.
That scratchy, irreverent kind of way of talking to people and telling them that you're an idiot and I'm going to hang up on you.
This is Live Wire, the loud life and shocking murder of Alan Berg.
And he pointed to the Denver phone book and said, well, there are probably 2 million suspects.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Live Wire, and listen now.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is here. Hoagies, clubs, quesadillas, and more, all for $6 and under.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
If you're not confused, you are not paying attention. This is the News Junkie.
From the News Junkie app, coming up in just a bit. And I got a guy who has won a Lifetime Achievement Award. But first, I have some news out of Portland.
Oh, damn it.
What?
I don't know. I'm just...
We're worried about Portland is all.
Oh, did you pull this for tomorrow? Is this a...
No, I didn't. I'm just saying things to keep the flow going.
I thought maybe you could maybe pull this for the next episode.
I love that show.
But the news out of Portland where they have caught this guy that they were looking for. I know.
God.
I know.
See?
Here's the story from ABC2 in Portland.
2 has obtained new video from one of our viewers showing the moment U.S. Marshals and the Clackamas County Sheriff's SWAT team arrested Looney John Franklin Toon following a 3-day search. Police served a warrant at the Junkie Apartments on Southeast
looked at her
Vista
papers
Loop
again to make
Drive
sure
near
she had
Highway
that
26 in Sandy, taking the 42-year-old.
The 3-day search for Looney John Franklin Toon has ended. He fired gunshots at police, led them on the high-speed chase.
You know who you blame, right?
Who?
The parents who named him Looney.
Yeah, that's got to be...
What did you expect out of him?
A little bit their fault.
A lifetime of being made fun of?
Police had served a search warrant at the Doug Fir Apartments on Southeast Vista Loop Drive near Highway 26 and took 42-year-old Looney John Franklin Toon into custody without incident. They pulled Toon over early Friday morning in Milwaukee, discovered he had an active felony warrant for his arrest, and they had to get out the spike strips, all that good stuff. He tried speeding away, left them on a chase, reaching 80 miles an hour while firing several shots at pursuing police, but they were able to get him into custody, so Looney Toon is on the lam no more. And buddy,
damn,
that's all, folks.
There you go. That name is not something fun to grow up with.
I can't imagine.
I don't think at all. Also,
how do you spell Looney? Same way?
Yeah, Loony, I think. Yeah, Loony. Is that how they spell it in the cartoons?
I think it's Ney.
It might be. So there might be just a little bit of a difference here.
I mean, it's a cute name for a cat.
And then I saw this.
Thank you.
I saw this clip going around, and this. Sabrina chastised me for saying something that sounded old earlier, and I'm going to do it again right now. This is what happens when young people get a lot of money.
This is when you have a baby.
This is what happens when young people get too much money. They got their SpongeBob Corvette with SpongeBob and Patrick there right on the bumper.
That looks like the ice cream cone that comes out of that rusty ass ice cream truck.
It does. With the gumball eyes, you just dig them out. Chew, chew, chew. It's not even the greatest gum in the world, but somebody who has...
And it gives you some sort of life-altering disease years later.
Somebody has quite a bit of money and has chosen to spend it on taking their very expensive Corvette, nice-looking car, and get...
I can't stand stuff like this.
SpongeBob. You don't like that?
I can't stand when you get like a $100,000 car and then you get the extra $20,000 to paint it lime green. Like everyone already sees how cool your car is.
But color.
Just in case, here's a light teal, stupid, loud, very giant exhaust to add on top of it.
The color doesn't bother me, but like the cartoons all over it. Like when we looked at that the story where the kid had the strippers. And for the graduation ceremony, and they were dancing on the Jeeps, and they had Lilo and Stitch all over them.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, Hannah.
That's a hell yeah moment?
Hell yeah. Probably a sticker that says no fat chicks, too.
I don't know. It was all in a foreign language.
No fat chicks.
It wasn't in Venice.
Okay.
But
that's all I got, baby.
Over in Gloucestershire, a man.
That's how you say it.
Has what? Is it not?
I think it's.
They're after me like a charge.
I think it's Gloucestershire. I don't know, man.
Well, there's a shire at the end, so Gloucestershire. Over
Winchesterton, Fieldville, Iowa.
Over in England, an 85-year-old scientist has received a Lifetime Achievement Award
for the longest old guy noise.
Yeah.
That
only took his entire lifetime to achieve it.
To retrieve it.
The engineer Peter Hansen is the man responsible for making your natural gas smell, and for that he has been given a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Dull Man's podcast. Josh, are you a member of any Dull Guy groups?
I am on Facebook. I don't remember how I got in there, but
because people can just add you to groups no matter what. It feels like whether you want to be in them or not. I end up just being in groups that I never signed up for.
What's Dull Guy?
There is a new spike in people liking to praise things that seem mundane or dull. So they have the Dull Man group.
Ick.
Sure. Are you in an ick group?
Yeah.
And
are we dating the same guy?
Is that would be called an ick group?
That's not dull, though.
I've been allowed. It's not dull at all. Are you kidding? Are we dating the same guy? It's fantastic.
I would say dull is pretend you're boomers that all work in the same office. That was a fun one, right?
But that was like a game people were playing.
Okay, so I don't understand what Dull Guy is.
No, it's literally I'm in this group called Dull Men's Club on Facebook.
All right.
And it's people just posting the dullest thing they can possibly think of. Like this guy's measuring a crack in cement here.
Oh, in that case, I would absolutely flourish in a group like that. I just combined all of my to-do lists for the past 2 weeks into one. Is that Dull Guy?
I think that would count for a dull guy. I think you would be praised in a group like that.
I'm a dull girl.
But,
in a dull world.
This guy said, listen, they said the natural gas, very, very dangerous because it has no odor. And he said, I know what I'll do. I'll make it stink. And years and years later, he has now got his Dull Man's podcast Lifetime Achievement Award. So
what a guy.
Congratulations to Peter Hansen. You did it, pal. Woo! Good for you, Peter. And while we're across the pond,
hello, Poppy.
Let's go over to a bar. There have been objections about this bar. There's been too much debauchery going on. The Country Club in Barnsley's Victorian Arcade was permitted by counselors to serve alcohol between 9 and 2, an increase from the previous 11 to 23, which is doing the 24-hour time. So basically 11 to 11, I think. The owner of the neighboring optician's office has complained about plans after an incident in which a woman was caught on the CCTV jiggling her breasts at customers, one of whom was an 85-year-old man.
Yeah!
Oh, was it Peter Hansen?
It was not Peter Hansen. If he got glasses and jiggled boobs all at the same time as he got his Lifetime Achievement Award.
And they're not by your knees. Yay.
Really it'd be a bang-up day if it was the same guy. But
I haven't banged since 62.
The club owners proposed conditions to mitigate the concerns. Plans were approved, yada, yada, yada. Basically, this optician's office is really being a Karen about this. Because who doesn't think that it would be a great idea to, once you get your eyes fixed, or get your brand new glasses, you walk outside, and the first thing you see is boobs.
I think they're working, Doc.
I think more people would choose that optician's office.
All right, go next door, test your glasses out. Tell me if you see them knockers.
Who am I to judge? When the Country Club first opened, we agreed to reduce our opening hours. We can live with that, but I can't live with an earlier close. They wanted to get rid of the boobs. They said people were having too much fun at the Country Club overseas. I teased this for you, Josh. I know you were super excited about it. Do you even remember? You guys laughed at me. You made fun of me
when you first did the thing
for the story that was coming up, and I haven't even gotten to it yet. How dare I?
I'm ready.
The story about vending machines.
With the things in them.
With the things. You didn't know what the things were.
No, I still don't.
I'm here to tell you there's plenty of different kinds. But some vending machines in Virginia beach parks are dispensing something more for the customers than snacks and dinner. after the addition of a new kayak vending machine at Stumpy Lake Natural Area.
Stumpy Lake.
Virginia Beach Parks and Rec installed these kiosks that you could just you put in some money and they unlock the gate and you just get to rent the thing. Its popularity spurred installation of a new and bigger vending machine. The city has 12 kayaks available for rental. And
so that took somebody's job, and that being a teenager, part-time.
Probably did.
Well,
somebody still has to clean them off and load the vending machine. Somebody's got to be responsible for that.
Sure.
But you can get a kayak, life jacket, and paddle for $25 for up to 2 hours.
Sweet deal.
The season pass costs $99. That's not bad if you don't want to lug around your own kayak.
Yeah, I'll get the Stumpy Lake season pass.
The kayak kiosk at Stumpy Lake Natural Area in Virginia Beach, renters use rent.fun, the smartphone app, to scan the QR code.
Good URL.
On any container with a kayak inside. Also includes a set of wheels to help the kayak get to the water.
Nice.
I think that would be fun. I haven't been in a kayak in quite some time.
I did see you on a paddleboard once.
That's
graceful.
It was not long lasting.
I was just thinking about that.
Bye,
the
Sea
other day.
Lane, and he's kayaking or he's paddleboarding. And then we went back into Hammered Lamb, and Sea Lane comes back in fully
Drenched.
soaked and grabs the entire pitcher of water and chugs it.
Listen, I was bleeding also.
I do recall
from
that.
the knees.
And that's why we don't do sports.
My feet were burning from the hot pavement because I, for whatever reason, ditched my flip-flops like an idiot. And that was my last time paddleboarding. I know it's going to surprise every one of you, but I have not ever been paddleboarding again because of that incident.
Thank you for your service.
I know. When we come back, we're going to wrap things up with the final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned after a lovely Share the Show Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Josh, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Don't know if we're going to need you tomorrow, but we'll figure that out momentarily.
Talk to my pimp.
And we'll wrap up the show when we get back. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Have you ever been come on to by someone really older than you?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think
42.
I've never done that. I've never hooked up with somebody considerably older than me. That's my wife's job. All right, 407-916-1041.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Tuesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson, and we're gearing up for another hot day, with temperatures soaring well into the low and even the mid-90s for a few spots. We'll see a high today in Orlando of 93 degrees with about a 20% chance of a stray, very isolated and fast-moving downpour. Otherwise, better chances of rain will arrive as we get closer towards the end of this week and into the weekend. So far, we're looking at around a 60% chance of rain starting Thursday, lasting through the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice on any batteries from cars to golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
This summer when things are heating up, remember Mills Air, millsair.com. They're going to help you out with everything to do with your AC. You can sign up for preventative maintenance, have them come out every 6 months or so. They'll make sure that your lines are clear, that the AC is all charged up, and that you're staying nice and cool through the summer heat. It is fantastic. I have it as a homeowner. It's a no-brainer, so make sure you jump on this now. If you need a new AC, they have those brand new Carrier units. You will save on your electric bill, and you can learn more right now at millsair.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Orlando.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
When Ram won its first Motor Trend Truck of the Year, it was celebrated. But after 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. And now, so does the deal with Employee Pricing Plus. Stop by your local dealer today and take home a Ram truck. Ram, 7-time Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Nothing stops Ram.
Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Rams for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. See dealer for details. And 6/30/25. Ram is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Show off your new smile with Solid Bite. The dentists at Solid Bite use the latest techniques and technology to give you the smile you've always dreamed of. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now for an exclusive radio offer at 321-259-8000. Solid Bite. Life-changing dentistry.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 407-337-5569.
Buy one, get 2 free at Pyro Spot Fireworks. That's right, you can shop Florida's largest selection of buy one, get 2 free fireworks. Pyro Spot prices and products blow the competition away, with fireworks so good, your neighbors will think you've gone pro. Easily use their on-site videos to plan your own incredible fireworks show. Locations now open in Eustis, Longwood, and online at iwantfireworks.com. That's iwantfireworks.com. Shop Pyro Spot Fireworks for buy one, get 2 free, and be a backyard hero.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Yes, it's true that most injury attorneys don't cost you a dime unless they get you money for your injuries. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. It pains me to hear people still don't know that you don't have to pay me up front. Never deal with the insurance companies alone. They have a team of lawyers, and you should have a team too. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or call me at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You've got an app for your music, but what about your favorite morning show, sports team, or live local news and weather?
See things start to change.
Yep, there's an app for all that too. iHeartRadio. Download the #1 app for radio, the free iHeartRadio app.
Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including summer must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today at samsclub.com/join.
When interacting with wildlife, hello monkey is not the ideal conversation starter.
Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap it up for a Share the Show Tuesday. I thank you for being here. Hopefully Shawn will be feeling better, got some rest maybe, got some tea in him, some honey. We'll see.
Little D?
Vitamin
D?
Vitamin D, yes.
Vitamin.
He seemed to want to work yesterday when he could have just
for the first
taken
hour.
off. Before yesterday I meant. When he started to feel sick and he's like, guys, I think I can do it. I'm gonna take a nap. Drink some tea. I think I'm going to make it. And then by the end of yesterday, he seemed to not want to work very much. So we'll see how that mood has changed. Other than that, thank you for being here, Josh. Thank you, Sabrina.
Yeah. Thank you, C-Lane. Great job today, bud.
Thank you. Same to the both of you. And we got some couple more stories to get to before we wrap up. I had a weird thing happen yesterday. Nice. Do you guys go to the tiny 7-Eleven that's around the corner from here? The one that's only got 4 pumps?
Sometimes.
Yeah. That's almost impossible to navigate. Yeah.
I'm 0-2 for the last 2 times I've tried to get gas there.
In the sense of? Unavailable pumps?
No, filling up my tank.
Oh.
And the first time, it was just, I do this weird thing that I thought was weird, and then I don't know that this should be my litmus test, but I found out Shawn does it too, and so that made it less weird for me. I could be completely wrong on that. But I don't like waiting a long time at the gas station, especially if it's hot. I try to multitask and click the little thing in and go get a soda and come back and my gas is full. And it just didn't work out for me, and I only got $5-10 worth because it stopped. So I was like, I don't feel like waiting in the heat for this. I'm leaving. But yesterday after the show, I get in and I got my gas light on, and it's like you're running out of time. And I went to the teeny tiny 7-Eleven 4-pump deal. And I pulled up, and this guy had been waiting for one of the spots, so I grabbed the other spot. And I'm backing in, and I get out of the car, and this guy's like, "Hey, you in the military?"
Oh.
And I was
you said yes.
I said, "Me? No, I'm not."
What made them think that?
I don't know. But as
were you wearing your full uniform?
Was wearing nothing that looks like military. So, sometimes I was like, does this guy listen to the show? I don't know. Or this guy, I think my go-to, the easiest thing is he's just a little weird.
The truck like that, you obviously served. Thank you.
Maybe that's what he thought. Maybe he took a look at the truck and was like, this guy is the military because truck equals, I don't know.
He thought you got that with your enlistment bonus and are stuck with a horrible APR.
And then he went to the pump that he wasn't pulled up at and hit some buttons. Don't know what that was about. And then he's like, well, you're not anti-military, are you?
Oh, Jesus.
And I go, oh, son of a bitch. Oh.
I've been in that situation.
And you said yes.
I go, no, I'm not. And so now I'm pumping my gas, and I'm like, what is this guy? What is this weirdo getting? What point is he getting to?
Working an event at Orlando City, and I was watching the concert series of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy, as I'm filming, he takes my phone and he's like, come on, take a picture. And there's a wonderful cop I work with all the time. Take a picture. No, we're good. Both of us. No, we're good. And he goes, so you hate cops? And so I'm like, hey, will you take a picture of me real quick? And we take the selfie.
That's got to be what that means.
And, when you're found in that position, though there are many things we think about what to say after the fact, it's at that moment like,
I ran through, as soon as I got in the car and left, I ran through the gamut of things. Like, what if I had said this? What if I had said that? But in the moment, I was like, this guy might be a little crazy. I should probably.
In the military?
So, no, he said, "You're not anti-military, are you?" And I go, no. And I'm pumping my gas, and he goes, and a little pause goes by, because we're the reason for your freedom, your effing freedom. And I was like, oh, he's cursing now. And then he said, "That's totally effed up. You should never disrespect the military."
Oh, C-Lane.
It is.
How did you get yourself in that situation?
At this point, I have decided that for the second time in a row at this gas station, I am not going to completely fill my tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped at about 10 gallons, and I said, "Have a good day." I didn't say anything bad about the military. "Have a good day," and got in the car and locked it like I was in a bad neighborhood.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Sure.
Bye.
Like, I don't know what this guy was getting at. I feel like he stared at my truck the entire time I drove away from the place.
Have you checked your entire truck that it doesn't have some sort of military magnet on it?
Who would have put the magnet on it? I think I would have seen it by now.
Someone that long haul pranked you.
So that would be, or it would be an anti-military magnet if it was this guy, because this guy seemed somehow convinced that I was against his military position and was talking bad about the men and women of service, which I typically don't do. But
sometimes, though,
for this guy, I kind of felt like I'm just going to find out that he was
bat-ass crazy.
No, just like a pencil pusher, just in the office doing something.
Chair force.
Yeah, the chair force. That's what
chair
they call
force
him.
one.
But anyway, I avoided that, and now I guess third time's
now
the charm.
Now we have to push your truck out
at the 7-Eleven. No, I got enough gas to get me another couple days before I have some other weird confrontation at the stupid 7-Eleven.
Military.
I hope he's there again next time you go. He's like, "We didn't finish our conversation, boy."
That'd be a weird wait. That'd be a weird wait and see.
He has plenty of time.
Yeah, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. South LA is coming together. This is good news. We would do a good news alert if I had one.
Good news alert.
I don't have one. The outpouring of support for an elderly flower vendor in South LA. This is going to help him. They're getting longer and longer. It's going to help him return to Mexico to reunite with his family. They did a GoFundMe for this guy, but aren't they giving free rides to Mexico these days?
Yeah, and they pay you $1,000, I think.
82-year-old street vendor Edmundo, who declined to share his last name, said flowers have always been a part of his life. It became the source of his income after he crossed into the U.S. by himself more than 50 years ago.
Dang.
Guy's been here a long, long time to establish a living and provide for his family in Mexico. "This is how I pay rent," he said in Espanol. But they got the GoFundMe account on the street vendor's behalf, and they raised him $20,000 in a week. He's going to take the donations and retire from selling flowers to return to Mexico. Says he thinks he'll rest a bit. Good for him.
Yeah.
And Target says good news for parents if you are shopping for the back-to-school season. You're going to hurt yourself.
I'm fine.
It's like the rock scream, but just somehow sadder.
If you smell.
But Target says, hey, good news, parents. Man, this is kind of good news, but it also just means that everything's so expensive that you have to make announcements like this. But all the back-to-school stuff that you bought in 2024, same price. Okay. We're going to keep the same price. Nothing is going up. Well, not nothing, but most of the school stuff is not going up.
Thank God.
They said they're bringing back their 20 essentials under $20 so that the parents can save a little bit of money going back to school. Let's do the final dispatches. I will refresh this. I do not have the song.
We got it. 3, 2, 1.
These are the final dispatches, but Chris will probably only play one.
Here's Sweet Jimmy B with a dispatch.
Hey, Junkies, it's your boy, Sweet Jimmy B. Listen, Josh can't make it. Shawn's not there tomorrow. You know your boy's always going to be here for you. I got your back, C-Lane.
You're driving a truck right now, sir.
He might have been in the military.
He'll drive the truck right here. Yes,
Thank
he
you for your
might.
service.
As long as he says good stuff. And then what's up? Let's go to Woozy with a dispatch.
What's up, you junkies? It's hot as HE double hockey stick out here.
True.
Out here in Maine. And we still eating that grilled cheese.
She's got a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yummy.
Nice.
Good for you.
I could go for one of those.
I would be good. How about Ghost Bird with a dispatch?
I think the Department of Defense should hire C-Lane with the anti-espionage campaign, You're a Loser if you reveal state secrets.
That would be... That would be a good campaign, I guess. You are a loser if you reveal the state secrets.
Okay.
I don't know if that's as catchy as... I don't know if it's as catchy as the one they got going on in New York right now. They're doubling down on trying to convince kids to stop surfing on top of the subway, which seems like
over their dead bodies.
Yeah, the increase in subway surfing is gone crazy in New York City, and so they have posters on the subway now that are like, ride inside and stay alive from New York City.
Nerds.
I don't know what... I was never attracted to anything like extreme like that growing up. I had friends that surfed on top of cars and just...
Oh, I have permanent scars for trying to longboard behind a car.
I mean, I did the ghost riding
also,
thing.
Not a longboarder.
No?
Learned that lesson.
What?
I didn't realize the wobble would come so quickly.
I thought you were a longboarder this whole time, and I think that'll have to do.
Okay.
Think that'll have to do.
That'll
We've got
have to
enough
do.
damage. All right, let's do it. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, a Share the Show Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. Today I learned that this, let me make sure I have the right song so I don't mess up the ending here. This song right here.
This is ground control
Space Oddity by David Bowie. That is correct.
Point split.
Yes.
Today I learned that David Bowie's Space Odyssey was banned by the BBC in July of 1969. Why, you ask?
Why?
Well, during Apollo 11, it was perceived to have a bleak astronaut theme. After the moon landing succeeded, though, the ban was lifted and it became a hit and was even used in BBC coverage. The race to the moon had dominated headlines since President John F. Kennedy unveiled in 1961. And as the Apollo program stepped up through the years, Stanley Kubrick released A Space Odyssey, the thought-provoking science fiction epic based on Arthur C. Clarke's novel. Today I learned that the Idaho beaver drops is an effort.
I'm listening.
It's an effort to humanely relocate beavers to rural Idaho by parachuting them. This was something that they thought was a good idea in the 1940s. The beaver drop was a 1948 Idaho Department of Fish and Game program to relocate the beavers from northwestern Idaho. And last but not least,
drop them beavers.
We're going to drop them in.
Today I learned this song right here.
Oh, hit me, baby, one more time.
Baby, oh, Josh, swing and a miss. Baby One More Time by Britney Spears was heard by Simon Cowell back in the day. He knew it would be a hit immediately. He offered the writer Max Martin and Aston Martin if he would give the song to his boy band, Five. Five started writing verses, but Martin had already promised the song to Britney, and Simon Cowell was right. It was a hit. We are back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Hit up the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We will see you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you guys both.
Thank you.
Great job. See you tomorrow.